Ah, god damn it, who threw something out my door? I swear to God, when I get here, I'm gonna kick your ass. Swear to God, was that goddamn monkey go. What? Huh? What the hell is this down here? Just bend over, pick it up. Oh, it's light as a feather. Alright, well. Oh, I don't know who it belongs to, but Christmas came early, boys. Let's go inside and see if I can open this horse shit up and not have a stroke. It better be something good. Or next person I see, I'm gonna beat it over their head with. Bullshit. Okay, I'll just gently put this on my precious table that I love more than everything on this planet, and oops. Well, I guess it didn't break anything. Alright, boys, let's go get something sharp and penetrate this. Don't take that out of context. Something seems weird. Whatever. I don't even think I own anything sharp. Let me just penetrate it with my eyes. Oh, this ain't goddamn working. Oh, my package! My package came in the mail! Oh, coming! Oh, god damn it, Terry, stop coming in my house and scaring the shit out of me. Wait, this is yours? What the hell did you order? What? Why are you delivering stuff to my house? Don't you got somewhere else to live? God damn it! Oh, I'm starting to do a review channel on movies. Oh, it's Amityville horror. Oh, did you know that there's 91 goddamn movies and I'm gonna do them all. How the hell are you gonna do a goddamn review of a movie? You're making a channel? You don't even know how to edit. You can't even physically pick up how the hell did you order it? You do it, bitch. You call me a bitch? What? What do you mean I'm gonna edit the goddamn thing? You out of your goddamn mind? Which one did you order? Oh, it's the time of the year, bitch. It's Christmas. Christmas? They made a Christmas one? Oh, yes. No, hurry up and open it. I don't think I can get much harder than I can now. What? Oh my god. You don't even have a dick, how can you get hard? You know what, fine, I'll goddamn open the package. Get the hell out of my face, dirty bastard. Oh god. Let me just... Oh, I can feel it overwhelming me. I'm about to get a rise. Oh, I got the Christmas spirit now, bitch. Get the hell out of the way. I can touch things physically when I'm hard. Get out of the way, bitch. I'm gonna open it myself, goddammit. That doesn't even make any sense. How can you touch things when you're hard when you don't have a dick because you're a ghost? You know what? Go ahead and show me, goddammit. I want to see this. Oh, you're lucky that I don't get limp when people are watching me perform. Just open the goddamn thing so we can start. Hold on. Let me just get down there and just... Terry, this isn't, what's wrong? Just open it up and take the disc out and insert it into your system. Terry, this is the book. What? I don't know how to read. Can you read it to me? I don't know how to read either. Fuck! That's a bullshit! You know what? I think I know somebody that can goddamn read. Hold on a minute, I'll be right back. Oh, now for the fun part to get this goddamn window open. Oh boy! I hate this goddamn window. Just come on, I can't get it up. Oh, shut up! God damn it! It's time to call him. another nice day. It's out here doing some pull-ups on a tree or something. I don't know. I love nature. I just whatever. What the hell you want? Oh. Yeah, whatever. Oh, I knew you dumb bullshit. I'll just get here and stretch out with my wood or whatever. The tree wood, not mine. I don't ever go down. Someone help! What was that? It's a cry of my people. They're in trouble. I must go find out where that sound came from. I'll be back for you later, tree. I'll go rub you again later. Good thing there ain't nobody around here to hear me to say that. It'd be kind of weird, no? It's like just like me talking to myself. Whatever. For justice! Hello? My people, are you in here? I'll just walk in here. What? Oh, Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. Darkness! I hear something. What is it? What do you want with me? Yes, it's you. My head. Why, goddamn light bulb, piece of shit. Hello there, my fine little monkey friend. How nice of you to drop on by. I have a task for you. Something I know you're capable of doing. So, let's just get right onto the... God damn it, Terry, why'd you turn the lights back on? Trying to have a goddamn moment. Oh, sorry. I'm not hard at the moment. I can't flip and turn it on again. Whatever. Okay. Untie me, you son of a bitch. I don't know what you want, but I'm not doing it. Oh, shut the hell up, you goddamn monkey. You ain't going nowhere. Give it to him, boy. Whip it out. What? What the hell's going on? Oh, God. Terry, you need to word things better. Oh, my God. Okay, anyway, so... I hope you're ready for it, boy. I'm about to give it to you. Alright, here we go. What the hell is that? It's a book. Read, monkey! I keep telling you I'm an ape. What? Okay, let's see what we got here. Page 1. Praise for the guy who wrote the book. Bullshit. This page is worthless. Second page is blank. Excellent. I like this reading. It's really good. Third page. Amityville. Horror Christmas. What the hell? This is some horse shit. International bestseller. Oh boy. There must not be much outside of wherever the hell this came from. Whatever. Next page is a bunch of bullshit. It's bullshit. Prologue. Christmas past is just a bunch of stupid ass children asking a grandpa, hey, can you tell us a story? God damn it, Batcar, read the goddamn book. I'm not reading the prologue. Fine, don't read it. God damn it, get to the story. Whatever. Goddamn bastards. Next page. Grandpa's still stroking out. Damn old bastard. I hope he gets halfway through the story and dies. Keep talking like that, god damn it, you're gonna be the next one. Read it, you goddamn monkey. I told you, I'm an ape. God damn, this is an animal abuse. Chapter 1. On page 7! Oh, good. Finally, we can get this bullshit. Let me read this. Charlie Denvers sat behind his desk in the office of Denvers and Son in Hicksville. Oh, the hillbillies. Excellent. That's what I like to hear. Long Island. Is it even an island? What kind of baloney-ass world was this book set in? Can't believe it. Long Island. Bullshit. Is it alcohol? I wish I had some. One hand still resting on the large, heavy worn. Sorry, I can't read that good either. Goddamn ape! Oh, where was I? Worn receiver of an old bakelite phone. The fuck? Dave's gonna talk about his dick for a minute. That would have been erotic there. Anyways, he was trying to make some sense of the call he'd just taken. The words weird came to his mind right away with bizarre and strange and what the hell? Oh, there was an exclamation point there. Oh, sorry. I guess Christmas is always a pretty discombobulated time. Oh boy, I can read big words. Peeping hard. Seeing families, making sure there's enough to feed everyone that might be coming. Oh, it might be erotic after all. For the holidays. Last thing they want to worry about is a problem with the house. Still, he had to admit, at least to himself, that even with the added stress of the year and holidays, he just taken raked up. Oh, he's online, excellent. Where the fuck was I? On and felt a chill trickle down his spine. Oh, hope you don't get a weak dick or something. This is gonna be weird. It's a weird Christmas book. Where the fuck was I? Something colder than a freezing weather just beyond a foggy window. The man had sounded like, turn goddamn page. Thank you, dumb bastard. He'd passed stress some time ago and was now bordering on hysterical. And the fact that it had been a woman. I'm sorry. Reminds me of mine in my castle. She's always judging me. He would certainly have used the term, even if Emily said it was. What the fuck kind of word is this? Clavivacitistics. Feminine. What the fuck? Would say, not in 1875, and the sooner you men, feminism! You're used to the idea of things really have changed. Comma, the better. Oh, okay, well, whatever. She always added in subname, surname, whatever. But she wanted to emphasize the point she had been doing it since the days they were married almost 30 years ago. One of many things I love about her, he told himself. Oh, he's a narcissist, okay. For all of their mutual ethnicities, eccentrics, whatever. They have always had a warm and loving relationship, possibly because he'd always treated her with kind of respect. And yes, she's still feminist. Probably because he'd beat him with a goddamn pan from the kitchen if he talked back to her. Better wear a helmet on that bed, boy. I'm not talking about a condom, but you probably should wear one of those too. A little iron plate. A thimble, as you would. Because he's got a small dick. What was I talking about? Did I read that? Oh, what the fuck? I don't give a fuck. Get your thumb off the book. I can't read it. Goddamn. He sighed and looked thoughtfully around the shabby, familiar office he'd inherited from his father. Oh, good job. Not even the cheery aroma of the piping hot apple cider wafting from the bowl of the office hot plate, a Christmas tradition of the Denvers and Sons since the days of his dad, could lift his spirits unlike his marriage. There must be alcohol in there. Excellent. He has always been a love-hate relationship. Oh! Even after those years, so he killed him! I had to find this murderer. They weren't rich, but by any means, they were above anything close to middle class. Close to being poor, boy. Tipping that line. The goddamn line. It was just that he always imagined himself doing something more creative with his life. Like so many youngsters! No, millennials. Fucking losers. Wait. Hey, you millennial, shut the hell up and read the goddamn book. Where was I? He had big dreams as a boy. Oh, well, that didn't turn out for you, did it now? He wanted to be a train engineer. Maybe even an avatar. Aviator? No, I like Avatar better. Him. Then at the age of 56! What the fuck? Oh boy. He would be running what essentially was a glorified fix-it shop. I thought you worked in an office. The fuck you fix? Do you bang printers? Get ink all over your dick? What the hell are we talking about? Oh, whatever. Even if the fix-it job ranged all the way from broken faucets. Oh, I guess he had. Oh, you're a plumber. Oh, excellent. And using a what the fuck? Mobile crane to lift damaged roofs. Oh, he fixes everything. Jack of all trades and sucks at it all. You old bitch. Join your father in death. May they lay pipe on your casket. I'm not gonna tell you if I mean that in a sexual way or not. I'm gonna leave that to your imagination. This is Simple Montessoli area. What the fuck? This fake ass names is bullshit. As they go to God's. Oh, the sexual tension is building. It's like I knew it. I didn't even read this book yet. Once you called when you had a big problem, that reputation had generated very substantial profits. Still, he thought he watched the stream rise like an erection lazily from the cider. His wool gathered. Oh, I read it wrong. His wool gathering was interrupted. What the fuck is he pulling out his pubic hair? This isn't an erotic thriller. By a distinctive clang at the old brass bell. Also courtesy of his dad. Oh, it left his balls there. Oh, that's very nice of the man. I didn't know he was into taxidermy. That hung above the shop's front door. It would be pretty funny. You taxidermize your father's balls and hanging above the door, so he just walk in and be like, got him, bitch. Get teabagged. What was I reading? It jerked open. Oh, look. Oh, yes, play with it. Open and let in a blast of frigid air. It must be a refrigerator. So strong and cold it seemed to propel two bodies that accompanied it. Oh! He works in the morgue, too. Oh. He huffled in surprise as the young assistant, Owen Blake, Randy, was laughing as usual. Owen was perceptive, not defensive. Oh, fuck these words. Also, as usual, almost ashamed to help broke that good mood. Charlie thought as Randy called a Merry Christmas, Squire. Was this in the fucking Dark Ages? The fuck? So there you go, he said as Owen quietly drew out the ladle. Oh, he's got a beetle with it. Oh, okay. He poured himself a cup of punch. Locked, replaced windows, reglazed. Was his fucking windows made out of donuts? Charlie smiled and shook his head at the 30-year-old family man. Randy was an avid reader. Oh, just like me. Oh, we have so much in common. And lately he had been through a Victorian phase. Oh, he likes to wear dresses. Oh, no, I'm not judging. It's fine. Hence some nonsense about Squire and the hearth and home. In the 50 years Charlie was knowing him, he could always tell that Randy was reading simply by his conversation a few months back during the Ronald Chandler period. Oh, the blood already begins. He sounded like a bad imitation of Humphrey Bogart. Who the fuck's that? Owen landed his butt, onto credenzas. Who the fuck's that? And the corner of the sipped a cider showing no emotions. Oh, he's a serial killer. Excellent. Just taking it all with Randy was the one who couldn't stop talking. His partner was one who barely spoke at all, and when he did, was usually short, almost staccato, bursts followed by long, stubborn hours of silence. Oh, good, they're both serial killers. It was that Owen did think that things, or he didn't have an opinion. Charlie suspected that he had tons of them. He was bright and observant and a terrific problem solver, especially for a 22-year-old. He could have done, oh God, he didn't even read that right. He just didn't care to give the voice, especially around his boss and his partner. Oh, sexual attention. Maybe he went home to his dogs and chattered like a magpie. Oh, he's a bird. Excellent. That sounds like some kind of sexual attention between birds. Bad read in the goddamn book! God damn! I didn't even talk about animal sexual attention. God damn! Where was I? He said, oh, and don't exchange expressions at all. He just stopped moving. Oh, he's dead. Fix him, hurry. Okay. What? How many pages was that? Charlie sighed. Both of the men had a long day already. He knew it was cold out there. Really cold. Make your dick shrivel right up into your butthole. As they say. I never had that problem because I catch the blood flow. It never leaves. Always hard. That car got damn in the book! Last thing they would want to hear was about one more job. But Charlie had promised a strange caller that he would make an attempt that had seemed very important to the man. He needs help, and help was Devers and Sons stock and trade. Oh, okay. What do you mean? Owen asked. Charlie was shocked by the uncustomary outburst. My. He thought 4 words in a row. Oh, goddamn. Playing Scrabble. Actually, it made him shudder before he answered. Oh, wait, that wasn't L in the book. Well, there's another job if you want it. Do it. Randy had already begun shaking his head, so Charlie quickly added the kicker. The customers will to pay extremely well for the inconveniences. He said, while talking bonuses. Here, Randy stopped shaking his head and frowned. Oh, he lost his erection. That's a shame. Just afford to say no. Owen, on the other hand, was a different story. No wife, no girlfriend, loser. He might include, but he also wasn't the kind of guy that let his partner down. Oh, what a gentleman. How about you give me that beer, bitch? Triple the normal fee. And it sounds like A, Q, and E. Oh, alphabet. Oh, boy. All the way. And that was their personal code. Q and E for quick and easy. Oh, prostitution. Triple. He said firmly. Just fix a boathouse door that keeps banging. Oh, banging in the wind. Oh, close the door. The wind keeps hitting my butt cheeks. I don't like it. Back on, I swear to God. Quit with your bullshit. That ain't on the pages. I don't give a fuck. Oh, Randy's forehead scrunched into a disbelieving frown. All hints of the Victorian silliness absurdly gone. You're kidding, a bathhouse door on Christmas Eve? No joke, Charlie said, eyeing the name and address on the pad in front of him. I guess I've been getting worse and worse. The owner says he can't spend Christmas with it banging loose. Well, stop banging it. It won't be so loose. Give it some time and it'll heal up. God damn. Do you know anything about physics? God damn it. Saying it's driving him crazy. Actually, Charlie realized he hadn't said that at all, but that's what it sounded like, crazy. He felt a sudden stab of regret. Oh, and bringing this up at all. Look, he said, ready to take it back. He tried. changing the lock. What the hell did I have a stroke there for? Randy had even more confused now. Yeah. Charlie added, he's over in Amityville. What the hell's Amityville? Randy groaned again. Oh, hell! He said, why call us? Why not these idiots in West Babby? Even Bert Calvin. It's Calvin. Shut the hell up! I'll read a book. And there you have it already, right? At the shop in Levittown, Bart told him he already done some work for the same customer. Calvin had called in to check out the problem with the heater in the house earlier last week, and even though his workmen couldn't find anything wrong, the guy had paid the bill before Bart could even send him an invoice. Same guy had actually called back earlier that day. But his boys, are we talking about his dick or his balls? Let's see, yes, boys. What? Is he a priest? This is getting weird. God damn it, where was I? I looked away from the book. Stop moving the book so I could read it. His boys wouldn't take the job. None of them. Charlie had pushed him on this point, and Bart had turned funny on him. Oh, he's a clown. Almost offensive, he said. Even the most desperate guys on his crew suddenly had something better to do. Oh, of course, they're loose too. Makes sense, actually, Calvin had said, considering before Charlie, Calvin had hung up without as much as a goodbye or Merry Christmas. Oh, punk-ass bitch. May the Christmas tree fall on your children and the needles be sucked into their throats and they choke upon the tree. And may it set on fire by the faulty lights and the dry tree and you watch it all burn down. Merry Christmas, bitch. Randy hesitated, clearly thinking of exactly that. But after a few seconds, he shrugged. Nah. Let's do it. Hard to turn down such an easy job. Not one that'll help pay at least some of the kids' toys. He grinned. Oh, he may be a priest after all. Charlie chuckled in spite of himself. Kinda thought it might, he said. And truth be told, I could use a few extra bucks myself. Oh, you better be in West Virginia or Wyoming. Only place bestiality is real. Are those places even in this world? God damn it, I didn't tell you to tell facts about a make-believe planet, you son of a bitch, read the book! Okay, goddamn! Goddamn, could you not have the ropes tied so tight that I can't get anything to my brain? How the hell was I? He copied the name and the address from the scratch pad to the blank work order, added Randy and his owner's name to the right spot and scribbled fixed boathouse door next to words special instructions. Oh. Then he tore loose. Oh, everything's so loose. Whores. And handed it to Randy. The chair groaned. What the fuck? Got some kind of sexual chair? Randy pulled himself to his feet and looked the page. Looked at it and stood holding it in front of him. I would like the town crier bellowed out. Paul? Charlie and Randy's silliness had reminded him. I almost forgot. Don't do that. Randy looked puzzled. Don't do what? Don't talk to that guy. Specific instructions. You don't ask for anyone. Oh, he's loose too. No, he's gonna lace a pipe on you. Talk to him. The only thing holding his belt up is his hands, and when you talk to him, he lets go. Just comes right out. You don't talk to the family. Even if you see them, in fact, you don't go anywhere near the main house. These have been the customer's exact words, and he'd heavily emphasized the point. Twice! Oh. He had even made Charlie promise to use these words exactly by his boys. Was he dropping his pants too? Okay. Is he gonna do Morse code to his dick or something? That'd be kind of weird. Okay, whatever. Randy frowned openly. That's crazy. He had made a point of it. Charlie shrugged, was admitted that he actually, you don't drive into the property, you park on the street like a peasant. A peasant, you broke-ass bitch. When you're failing shop, that wasn't in the book. I just can't help it. I have to. And you don't bother anyone in the house. Not even his wife. She's losing in the door. That's not in the book either. I just added that. I can't help it. Gotta spice this shit up like I do the eggnog. I dip my nuts in it. Gives it a twang. Earthy grow. You just make your way around the boathouse at the back. Oh, to the rectum. Do the job and leave. Oh, just like a triple X shot. When he said it out loud, it sounded even weirder than when the customer had said it on the phone. But Charlie tried to take the edge off. Oh, circumcision. He forced a smile. Hell, I wish they were all like that. They are. They take all the skin for themselves. Probably like make the walls of skin grad with it. The foreskin, it's gone. Never to be found again. Charlie could hide his total amazement. What was the address again? 112 Ocean Avenue, Owen. Why? Oh, now we know where it is. I'm gonna Google it. Charlie asked quizzically, you know it? Owen waited his customary long moments before a moment. No, it just sounds familiar. For a long uneasy beat, no one spoke, and Charlie leaned back into his ancient desk chair. I bet it moaned. It squealed. Oh, he hit the spot. Probably hit the center of that wood ring, if you know what I'm saying. Before we call it a night, something about Owen's demeanor made Charlie think that he'd rather say no, but the boy was loyal. Never pulled out. What a champ. Always had been. He wasn't surprised when he shrugged, lightly turned and headed over to the door without another word. Oh, Randy! Wheeled on his heels and quickly followed, calling, but to Charlie as he went, don't forget, this one's triple and a good couple of hours of traveling time. Since I'm sure the traffic's gonna be really heavy. He recklessly... What the fuck? Charlie rarely discussed business with Emily these days. Truth be known, she wasn't at all interested. But this time, he needed to talk. He told her about the strange call. Oh. And when he mentioned the address, she did something she almost never did. She interrupted him. Oh! Ocean Avenue, you say? She asked with the edge of concern in her voice. Yes. He said, why? Charlie Danvers. She shot back, her tone edging on reproach. I swear you would never forget your head if you wasn't screwed on. What? Okay. And he could suck his own dick if his head wasn't on. What a luxury. Would that be considered gay? I might have to Google that on the internet or something. What are you talking about? Charlie had been a little worried about his memory lately. The last thing he needed was her teasing him about it. Oh. And he was thinking of Owen's strange response to the address too. The murders! Charlie, the murders! The young boy, who killed his entire family, mother, father, even his sisters and his brother. They all lived on Ocean Avenue. I'll be damned! You'll be right, it was Ocean Avenue. No wonder Owen thought it sounded familiar. Charlie rubbed at his chin. Do you remember the exact address? She thought for a long moment. Charlie imagined her frown and to shake her head. Oh. He's seen it a million times. No, she finally admitted. No idea, but never mind. Sure, it's a different place. Her voice suddenly grew distant still. It was a terrible thing. Charlie started to say something to break her mood, and then she took care of it herself. Oh, rub the marble, she did. He could actually hear her straightening up and force a smile. All she is. So, she chirped, determined to be cheerful. When will you be home? The ransom summons and the tyranny will be dropped by foursome. I just have to make a quick call and let the customer know. Randy and Owen are on their way. So I'll be there shortly. Basically told you not to talk to him. Not on the phone. Oh, and they never said on the phone. Excellent. He broke the connection and looked into his scratch pad one last time. He could feel himself smiling as he dialed the phone. Oh, I thought he was pregnant for a minute. I was like, oh God, he's dilating. Oh, I don't know if rubbing it will make it come out any easier, but Familiar purr of the dial tone was replaced with an elegant ring at the phone in Amityville. Once, twice. A wailing screech ripped through Charlie, so loud and sharp it felt like a spike had been shoved deep into his brain. I almost said urethra. That's just personal preference, but whatever. He dragged the phone away from his head, but the rasping, nervous, shattered shriek didn't stop. It grew louder. Oh, it's a sex house. No, it seems the door isn't the only thing that's loose in its place. It swept out of the phone and filled the room. Filled Charlie with such dread and horror he simply couldn't move. Then came pain, a pain like anything he could ever remember. It tore at every every nerve ending ripped at the center of him, slashed at his spine, his knees, his elbow, even his fingers. Charlie wasn't a young man. He had a mild heart attack a few years ago, and he knew what that felt like. This was nothing like it. Nothing. Well, maybe it was a stroke. It was fire and ice, cutting and crushing all at once. It was too much to bear. Too much to even accept. All he could think was of something ending. The pain. No! No! Oh, he's gonna unalive himself. Okay. One way he hurt himself thoughts of a suffocating ocean of pain. He knew. Oh, I see what he did there. Because it's Ocean Avenue. Oh, good play in words. What a genius. He knew it was startling clarity. One way. Death! Death was the only answer. He had to kill himself. Okay, well, I was just making a joke, but the next page proved me wrong. That instant, no thought, no wondering, no hesitation. Hey, can you give me that phone number? I'm going to call it myself. Maybe your friend wants it. I'll give it to them first. I know somebody should call it. The hell you looking at me for? I'll beat you to that goddamn phone. I'll get out the Nokia phone, you son of a bitch. Get you all bricked up, boy. I'm already bricked up. God, you guys are fucking weird. Just a swift, clean death. He could see his pointed letter opener a few inches away. Oh, on his desk. Oh, barely visible through the bloody haze of agony he knew. Oh, what he had to do. Oh, he reached out. Oh, then absurdly he started. It was over. Done. The terrifying sounds. The unstoppable desire to end it all cut off as quickly as it viciously as it had come. Oh, it's just a resurrection. It's fine. You get those kind of every once in a while. It makes it violent. Yeah, it's just like elephants during their teenage phase. Or gorillas, which is what I am. Or maybe chimpanzees. I don't fucking know. Charlie Zebra sat panting. What the fuck did I say painting for? Panting like an animal, drenched in sweat. Oh. He fought to bring his grasping breath back under control. He forced his fingers to pull it. What would it end? A painful fist. Oh, okay. And flicks, and only then did he realize that he had been saved by pure instinct. Oh, praise the Lord. Without any consequence, though his inner self had acted while he was dying. Those awful endless moments, one fist, and dumped down on the phone base, and cut off the call. If the phone was was still pouring in evil into the room. It was a long time before he recovered at all. It was even longer, before he thought of trying to reach Randy and Owen on the two-way radio. He pawed at the crumpled paper in his pad. It was him, Greg Lutz, 112 Ocean Avenue, Amityville, New York! But Randy and Owen were both glad that they had decided to wear their heavy coats and Glutz pussies. It's like driving a damn icebox. Randy grumbled it. The old man was driving as usual. He had turned the van into a Merrick Road and got it up to speed. He glanced over at Owen, his young partner. Sexual tension. Was not exactly a gas bag. He kept most of his feelings inside himself. Feelings to himself. But he had seemed even quieter than usual since he left the office. Are you sure you're okay with this, Owen? Randy! Eased the van past a stalled car. Punk ass bitch. Then looked over at his partner. 'Cause if it wasn't okay for you, it isn't okay with me. I'm good. Randy! Truth is, I don't really have much planned for tonight. With most of my family out in California! These days are pretty much just me. Owen clutched his hands and added warmth to, and then blew into his tightly woven gloves. It was his familiar. I'm thinking Jester. It's right. It's right there, on the tip of my tongue. Stick it in, boy. But I just can't get a handle on it. 10 minutes later, Randy eased the van to stop a few feet past the driveway of 1112 Ocean Avenue. It was an old wooden frame Dutch colonial painted white. All around, there was a covered in porch with a decorative balcony on the second floor above the lattice work of vines, brown and stiff. Interracial. Stiff to arthritis. Fingers into midwinter. Two curved windows, like glaring eyes, hovered over the walls just above the second floor. When you get out of the car, you better turn around and drop your pants and show your butthole. It's the only way to appease the house. A gravel path led down one side of a gradual decline, just like my mental well-being. All the way to the Amityville River. Randy could almost see the edge of the gray clapboard. Sounds like a sexual toy. Okay. Is that like something you use to keep the libias open? Sound like doing surgery? But, okay, never mind. At the boathouse, half obscured by a leafless brush and a dying midwinter light. It looks spooky. But every new place looks spooky on a day like this, with the colder drained out of everything, like a chalky sky to the beaten metal of the river. Suddenly, Randy was in a deep, almost biting desire. He's getting loose. Don't drop the soap. Randy's getting Randy. To get this done so they could get the hell out of Amityville. All Owen wanted to remember, what the hell was it about this place that was so bothering him so much? It was important. It was important, period. It was. What was it? What the fuck? End of chapter 1. Chapter 2. Already chapters are there, goddamn. The boathouse at 112 Ocean Avenue, Amityville, was a stout. It's hard too. Excellent. Wooden box with a sharply peaked roof. Yes, the tip. To slough off the snow. That wasn't a concern at the moment. Randy thought as they made their way past the main house. The sky was cloudless, revealing itself. The sky is as loose as everything else here. Well, the whorehouse, the trap house. Dirty shit. And there had been snow in the area for months. Cold enough for it. He grumbled to himself as he hunched inside his parka. Well, you fucking climbing a mountain? Oh, ain't that Sherpas? God damn. Alright, well, whatever. But not yet. The house to the right was a little larger. Oh. Than normal, but otherwise pretty standard. 5 inches. Few problems along the eaves. What the fuck? That's some clapboard that could stand to be replaced, but by and large it. Oh, was pretty good shape. Oh, excellent formation, especially for an older Dutch colonial. So close to the river, he wondered if inside was a trim. Oh, it's shaped as the exterior, but he knew he wasn't going to get a chance to find out, at least not on this trip. Okay. The last instant before he turned his attention to the boathouse, he thought he saw a shadow. Oh! At the second floor window, just a quick movement, a flicker of a shadow, but something. Voyeurism, excellent. Make sure you have your plumber's crack out when you do it so they get something to really look at. Look at the valley. Might even be some corn in there, I don't know. It depends on what he ate that day. Doesn't matter. Boathouse door. Randy tugged at the brass-bladed handle again. Oh, jerk it, baby. Again, it didn't wobble under his gloved hand. Oh, do it raw. Take that glove off. Leave some prints on it. Smear it. The hinges didn't rattle. The planking didn't flex. He gave it a good jerk. Oh! But it didn't budge. Solid. Oh, yes, you would know. He's one of those guys. He said unnecessarily. No kidding, said Owen. Sidelong scowl. Randy! Pulled at it a third time. Oh, goddamn! No wonder why these shells are watching. Over there jerking off a door on a loose building. Wonder why it's loose. Everybody keeps jerking. Harder still. God damn it. And through it rattled some this time. It gave off a faint, high-pitched clunk all to hit the right spot and really set it off. It stayed firmly shut. Oh. Owen stepped onto the hinge on one side, then the other. He tapped him with his glove finger. Oh. 2 in the pink. And then shrugged. No problems here. Well, I don't get it. Randy said. Seems copper-corded. What the fuck? To me, he huffed in frustration. A huge bellow of warm breath burst from his mouth. The sun was about to disappear below the sparse tree line, and it was going to get even colder. Oh. Owen rapidly patted both arms with his gloved hands, keeping it to keep warm. A step back. He didn't like it here. Well, I don't like it here either. He wasn't quite sure why yet. Ever since they walked into Ocean Avenue property. And that big house! Oh, stroke it. Well, just looking at it made him shiver. Oh, he's a pirate now. Arr! Hard arr! 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 Actually shivered. And not because of the icy breath from the river. He would never say so out loud, even if he was once one of those people, racism, who likes to talk just to hear their own voice. Oh, he is a narcissist, I knew it! But there was something not right about this entire gig. You don't say. And what were weird instructions from Mr. Lutz all about? What could make a client with a problem like this not want to explain it to the workman he hired? maybe he's impotent, he just can't get it out there. Yeah, that's how that works. Dad, don't you think? Hey, Randy! Says strikingly, you know what I always say, don't rock the boat. Oh, okay. He grinned at his partner. Oh, the sexual tension is rising. Jerk that door some more. Kid, rock the boat. Oh, pun. Owen gave him a sleepy, impassioned glare. Oh, the butthole. Randy chose to ignore it. He just turned back to the boathouse door one last time. Well, damned if I know what the problem is. But it ain't getting any warmer here. Rub it. Stroke the door. Make the residents watch. Let's hike on back to the van, called Charlie. Tell me we got here okay and make sure the address is right. Then if it is, we'll tell him the problem's fixed. We head home for Christmas before we freeze our nuts off. Oh, what the hell's he gonna tell me? Hey! Denver Broncos, we jerked it really hard. We both did it together. We looked each other in the eyes. And we were done. Owen was two full strides ahead of Randy as they retracted, a dick reference, their steps from the boathouse across the rear lawn, anal, and the main building, and the gravel path. But as they reached the leftmost corner of the house, there was a huge crash behind them. The two men turned as one of them just stood there stunned as the bathhouse door cracked open to its full extent. The solid hinges would allow it stay there for a few minutes, waving. Oh, it's inducing them. It's trying to get them in. The sexual tension. Man and nature, together as one. There shall be babies. Slightly, and Randy realized that he was actually holding his breath. How do you hold it? It's not physical. He's probably holding his dick, that's the way he calls it. That's what he calls his dick, because when he pulls it out, he takes the woman's breath away. Yeah, they see. Lore. Oh, God. Shut it all up. Fuck it, I read this book, I can irritate myself. Getting sober. Until the door again thundered shut as so hard the entire bathhouse shuddered. Oh. Think there's a term for that, I don't know. Without a hand or even an errant breath touching it. Well, I'll be damned! Randy was genuinely astonished. He stood there, hands on his hips. A deep frown seizing from his bored frown. He chewed on his bottom lip. Guess there is a problem. Yeah, sure is. That would be loose, boy. Every molecule of the younger man's body was screaming in pain. A series of microscopic explosions ripping through his nervous system to shreds. And the fuck? Oh, this man's coming up at the seams. He must be drinking a lot of energy drinks. Destroying his DNA and shit. Yeah, whatever. Where was I? His face was sickeningly white. Oh! Race swap. Unless he was already white, then, well, I guess it's okay. I guess. As if all the blood had drained from it, probably to his dick. Same problem I have. It all goes down there and never comes back. It's a bunch of bullshit. His eyes were locked in a fearful glare, dull, staring, devoid of any expression. If he had been able, he would have spun himself around and bolted along the side of the house back to the van when it was candy. You know, candy. No, not in the book. But the pain and the paralyzing, all-encompassing fear that accompanied it held him tightly in its grip. He couldn't breathe. Well, maybe he should let go of it. He couldn't speak. He couldn't move at all. Taxidermy. Breathe, he told himself. Breathe or you die. He forced himself to gulp a single mouthful of air. And it was enough for his lungs to absurdly unlock. Without an almost audible pop, he took a huge breath and staggered back, a step at his visions. Cleared the moment later, he found that he could straighten up. Oh, excellent. He's no longer with the alphabet anymore. Heart still pounding, and all the while Randy remained completely unaware. He just couldn't force himself to do it. Pussy. He thought of calling out to his partner, but there, two, with 2 zeros. I see what you did there. Nothing happened. It was more than strange. Owen never had trouble talking to Randy, telling him what he thought, what he felt. Not usual. They were partners. They had a special kind of connection. Oh, blood sex. And had for years. But he straightened out, so they don't do that no more. Of course, Charlie was another matter entirely. He had always had a hard time talking to him. He was their boss after all, and Owen was never comfortable airing his thoughts around a person paying his wages. Besides, Randy was verbose enough for both of them, so it worked out well. But not today. Today, something stopped him. He just couldn't bear himself to tell Randy what was uneasiness he felt such a moment they arrived back at the shop. About the weird feeling he was getting every moment he looked up at the old house, or the unaccountable, inexplicable, goddamn big words. Oh, my brain. Fear that was bearing on his back of his brain, turning him into a variable basket case. Oh, baskets. Sometimes something was telling him they should get out there and get far away from this place as possible, as soon as they could, but simply couldn't speak. It took all the effort he had to muster for himself to push that old aside and walk slowly back to the boathouse. Randy didn't notice a thing. 5 stars. I wouldn't get this 5 stars. Back at the office, Charlie lowered his radio microphone. What the fuck, is he DJ now too? And clicked off the main unit. Oh. He tried calling Randy and Owen again and again with no response. Wasn't likely another call or two would make a difference. He had more than an hour since his weirdness with the phone. No matter how slowly Randy drove to beef up the bill, they should have made it to Amityville a long time ago. It wasn't that far. They had no doubt arrived and were already working on the boathouse. Oh, they're working on it, alright. They'd be tugging at the door forever, and they'd jerked open with pleasure, and they just stared. Perverts. Anyways, Charlie surmised, and they were ordered to park on the street, so the chance that they'd hear the radio from the van parked down the street was slim at best. Still, he wanted to talk to them. He felt like he needed to talk to them. Oh. More sexual attention. Oh. It had taken him quite a while to get himself together after the whatever it was. He sat at his desk, his mind in utter blank. For I don't know what the hell that is. I'm getting a chill. It's traveling down my dick. It's a long one, so it's gonna take a couple minutes to get to the tip. God damn it! Stop talking about your erection! I can't. It won't go down. Oh. Charlie said into the empty office, somehow hearing a voice. Even his own helped. He was almost his old self. Almost. Oh, he's a serial killer. I knew it. He's gonna start stabbing his dick out of anger with that whatever sharp object he had. So, what the hell happened here? And what, he asked himself, should he tell Emily if anything? How could he explain it? The fact that he was already having trouble remembering the details. Had he really wanted to kill himself? Really? But at the end of the day, he suspected he was convincing himself it was all some kind of illusion. Oh, the Mages Guild. There's sorcerers in there. I knew it. That makes sense. They cast some kind of spell on that goddamn door that when the guys touched the door, it was linked to his dick. He was being pleasant the whole time. I knew it! What the hell are you talking about? It isn't even in the book! You know how to read? Well, I know how to read. That's why I'm here. You guys can't fucking losers! God damn. Where was I? That it really never happened. That he'd fallen asleep at the desk and dreamed the entire thing. Sleeping on the job. What a fucking loser. You better fix that. After one more moment, he forced himself to stand up. He forced on, remembering how happy Emily always got at Christmas. Her smile, her worth. Her worth. That didn't say that. Her warmth. Warmth? To friends and neighbors, and her outright joy during the time of holidays. She called it the happiest time of the year. She would take the mistletoe, stand up on two chairs, and insert it into a vaginal. Call it the mistletoe. What the hell's wrong with you? Is this what you like when you get sober? Maybe. The alcohol has destroyed my brain. Oh, all I do is think of it. I miss it. I miss its caressing touch. Read the goddamn book. I don't even remember where I was. And she meant it. She believed in it with her entire soul. The answer was obvious. He couldn't tell her. He couldn't tell anyone. He had to keep this whole episode to himself. Yeah, you don't want to pay for no therapist. They'll just talk to you for hours. Write down bullshit. Randy stood at the boathouse door and draped at its brass-plated handle for the 10th time. God damn, they were really massaging this door. I bet that guy in the house is really going off right now. He's going to climax before I do. I mean, still, nothing was as if it had never opened at all. He took a step back, hands on his hip, again, and glared at the old structure. Beats the heck out of me. He said to no one in particular, but it has to be a reason. Has to be. Owen knew that his partner actually liked his job for all the jokes and the willingness to declare victory and withdraw from the field, padded invoices in hand. Randy really did like to fix things. Well, can you fix erectile dysfunction, boy? That's a good challenge for you. Get down there and see if you can rub it back into action. Be back at the van even for a short break, and not just for a few seconds of warmth. The front section of the van might still be holding. Oh. And you better radio Charlie and let him know this might take longer than we thought. He ain't gonna hear it, he's not there. He's off porking his wife with the goddamn mistletoe. I think I'm gonna ruin that for everybody now. Merry Christmas, Ottaway! Whatever that is. Oh, I read that. Oh, and shrugged. Yes! Already been a while. He had said he found himself surprised at how rough his voice sounded. Are you fucking telling me? He suddenly realized that there were the first words he'd spoken out loud since the things happened to him. He swallowed it in a dry throat and said, he'd probably already left for home. Then another thought jumped into his mind. Hey! He said, I could drive back to that shop area, past a few miles. Oh, he's a pussy. Back and use the payphone to call him at home if you want? Question mark? Randy was far too busy now, deeply entrenched, deep within the lock, penetrating it with his finger. That's not in the book. Deeply entrenched in his new puzzle. Oh God, the goddamn, what the fuck are they called? There's people from Hellraiser's gonna come out. Gonna put pins in his dick. They're gonna call him Pin Needle. eagerness in Owen's voice slipped right past him. Yeah. He said distantly, maybe you better do that. He barely gave up a look. Another thought certainly popped into his mind. Hey, do you still have a bunch of locks in that truck? I never looked. I never took them out after that job we did over in Plainview. Good, Randy said. Then while you're grabbing the toolbox, check to see if one of them could fix the door without too much rebuilding. Oh. We're gonna transition a new lock onto it. Oh, very progressive. Then go and call Charlie. Tell him we may be forced to replace the entire lock system and even adjust the door jam. Oh, I didn't know it had jam. What flavor is it? And is that okay, or will he have to call and get some kind of authorization from Lutz guy? Oh boy. He glared up at the fading lights in our pale late night. And you better bring back that lighting rig of yours. It looks like it'll be dark after we get done here. You got it, Owen said, struggling to sound casual. It took everything he had to keep himself from breaking into a run, a full-out sprint, on his way back to the van. End of chapter 2. Let me out! Oh, goddamn, it took about time holding this book forever. My hands are hurt. Are we almost done? Oh my god, there's like 9 chapters. Babcock, read faster, you son of a bitch. Terry! Recap this bullshit so I can put the book down and rest my hands. Terry? What the hell are you looking at, you dumb monkey? I keep telling you when I'm an ape. He's over here sleeping. There's something that keeps dripping out of his tail. I hope it's his tail. It might be his anus, I don't know. Why the hell's this monkey tied to this chair? I can smell filthy animal. Why are you holding the book? What are we doing? Where am I? Terry will review the Christmas Amityville horror movie. The book you ordered. Were you sleeping the whole time? How the hell did you go see me sleep? Recap this, you dumb bastard. Okay. Okay, let's see what I retained. So there's alright. So there's a fix-it shop that they're really good at fixing erections or something. I believe, yes, horse erections. Yes, that's it. They can fix horse erections. And a man comes in for his prize horse to be fixed. It's somewhere down by the ocean. It got a lot of seawater in its dick and it can't get it back up. They can't make prize horses no more, so. He has a guy that's kind of, he's always really randy. He has an erection too, so he can fix the horse cock. So, he also likes to sew. They call him Sewing. He has 2 personalities. So, did you even hear? You even hear anything that he fucking read from that book? Oh, I did. So anyways, this strange man comes in with a note. You know, to fix he needs his horse cock fixed. Not his horse's. Well anyways, so to get to the horse, he has to fix the stable. Also known as the house's boathouse. Also known as Olympia's, because it's fishy. It's fishy where boats are. So, they had to go down there and they had to finger it to get it open. And, so they go and they leave. Well, the guy that owns the place, the fix-it shop, he's like, alright, I gotta go call the house up and let them know that we're gonna be playing with his libias. So, he goes and calls it up and it picks up, but I think it picks it up if it's Livy and it does some kind of sexual shit to him and it taints his mind. It makes him weak. It makes him want to penetrate himself with objects. Just like this filthy monkey. And he slams the phone down. It's like he did with Olympia. Or that little sexual bump that's inside of Olivia. The pearl. The pearl as they call it. Or whatever, that doesn't matter. So, anyways, the Randy man takes himself and his sewing needles. And they go down there to the ocean, where it is. It's a good place. It must be a vacation house. Good place to have a horse. Anyway, so they drive down there, and they get to it. They get to the boathouse, and they can't get the Libyas open. There's nothing wrong with it, but they can't find the horse. The horse is still inside. So they go, whatever. We're done playing with this shit. We can't get the clamshell open, so they go and they turn around and they walk away. And then it just slams open like a whorehouse. Fish everywhere. The smell. But every time they touched the door, it pleasured the house. It moaned. It watched. It was a magical moment. I know that the doors are open. They're like, alright, this Libya must be broken. They ain't supposed to flap like that. There ain't no wind. So he tells his sewing self, he's like, hey bitch, you look at me. Go in that van. Move all the candy out of the way that we use for children. And get the toolbox. And we're gonna poke at it. We're gonna fix its problems. It's gonna be a good time. Was I close? Did I sum up the first 2 chapters, huh?
What the hell book were you listening to, goddammit? That's not even close! Oh my god. Oh god. That cog. Oh god. I'd throw you out, but god damn it, you're a ghost. You just phase back in and make my walls all slimy and shit.
Yeah, let's just read the next chapter. I'm ready. I'll put a little Randy myself, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, fuck. Oh, goddamn, I'm getting tired of holding it. Somebody else hold it! Oh, hey, what the fuck? When did you do that with your butt cheeks? God damn, you could probably tie a bow with that and make a Christmas present. I ain't getting any Christmas presents from you, bitch. You put that ass down, god damn it. Oh, God.
Bitch, shut up and just give me the book. I want to leave. God damn. Fucking losers. How many chapters you want me to read now?
Go to chapter 5.
3 chapters? Oh, God. I hope I don't cut my butt cheeks on these book pages. They better not be sharp. I like my butt cheek pants. There shall be no cuts. Okay, let's start reading. Chapter 3. Owen erased the Denver and Sons Ford van to a stop in front of a small group of stores in Maverick Street across from Combs Bait and Tackle. He didn't rush to get out. Oh, what a man. Even if the van's heaters wasn't working up to full capacity, it was still a lot warmer in here than it would be standing outside at the payphone. Besides, the thought of talking to Charlie didn't thrill him. And it meant to be one step closer to returning to the house in Ocean View. He was definitely in no hurry to do that. He tried to reach Charlie on the radio, but as expected, no answer. Now he would have to interrupt his boss's Christmas Eve. Oh no. She's gonna have to also insert the phone in there too. Oh, it's gonna be all wet and echoey. She might be loose, I don't know. You stick a mistletoe in your vagina, they probably are loose. I hope it's fake, as if it's poison. It's gonna be the last thing he nibbles on. Enough trouble talking to Charlie at any time. He thought of trying to talk to him on the phone while he was in the midst of his family Christmas, only made it worse. As for the house is a punk-ass bitch. Should have shown it your brown star to establish dominance. It would know, and all who preside within it. Gotta show dominance. Can't let no punk-ass bitch house win. Anyways, no. He really did want to think about it, especially the last 5 minutes on the property. Oh, but he couldn't stop himself. Oh. It shouldn't have happened. He'd take the toolbox and lighting rig ready at the boathouse, and he was heading back to the van. That was all. He shouldn't have even glanced at the main house, much less slowed down as he passed it. There was no reason to. The house was in total darkness. They must be Amish. That's not in the book. And right there, just inside the porch, he found himself stopping and straining to listen, even though he didn't want to. Oh, voyeurism. The screams were joined by what sounded like a swarm of serious, aggravated wasps or bees. Get the raid. And pain. What the hell? Owen remembered all the instructions. No talking, no visiting, don't interfere. But he couldn't just ignore the people as if they were in trouble. Someone in there needed help. Oh, he's going in, oh baby. Every rational bone in his body. Well, if he's a raccoon, his dick would be one too. They got a dick bone, if you didn't know. I don't know how that works or whatever. Every rational bone in his body was telling him to run. Don't walk to the van. And get the fuck out! Oh, goddamn! Dropping that on me, man. Pushed his face against the wire mesh. Oh. Screened of one of the large windows and peered inside. Oh, real voyeurism. Insects drove, and they screamed, get even louder as he touched the window, caressed it, licked it. That's not in the book. He didn't touch the window though. But all he could see was darkness as he strained to make out something, anything. In the showery gloom, a scream became piercing, wails, and then something slammed against the inside of the window, moving so fast it was a complete blur, colliding with the glass so violently it shook the pane and the frame and drove Owen's head back as if he was slapped. He cried out as he stumbled backwards and fought to keep his footing, but one boot heel missed the edge of the porch and fell, flailing his arms. Oh, what a loser. His butt dumped unceremoniously on the gravel walkway. His rectum had consumed the gravel, made the pebbles in his butt crack travel and haunt the rest of the town. That's not in the book. Where was I? Well, shit, he said, only to himself. Then he stared back up at the house and at the window he had looked through and saw the thing. At first glance, it looked like a young boy, maybe 6 or 7 years old. but his face was twisted in evil, curlicular circumcision, whatever. And the wholesomeness of youth, and the eyes were really eyes at all, but flaming orbs, scarlet light blazed where pupils and irises should be. Oh, god damn! The eyes of Sauron! For a long moment, the faces floated inches inside the window, a hand breadth from the place where Owen had foolishly placed his face. I bet they licked it from the other side. Oh. Then it moved back into the shadowy porch, receding quickly as if it had never been there at all. Something on the ground. Still on the ground, legs thrust down in front of him. Owen turned his back to the bathhouse. Randy must have heard that. He thought the screams were so damn loud. But if he did, he never responded. Turning the other way, to the driveway. He ran headlong and half blind. Oh, what a shame. He didn't stop until he stepped off the property entirely and entered the Ocean Avenue itself. The van had been right in front of him. He scarily reminded himself to getting in, turning the key, driving away. See you later, fuckers. None from it. He stared through the windshield instead, fixing on a mother and her small child. Oh. Mother! My parents are dead! Out there in the cold. He grabbed some loose change and climbed down into the van. The first payphone he tried had no receiver. Oh. Couldn't have sex with the phone, huh? Well, that happens. Sometimes they just have holes, you know. It happens. Where was I? Someone had decided to tear it off. Oh. So it was a mail phone. Oh, God. Metal cords and all. The second was gouged and mangled by what looked like multiple blows. Oh. From a meat tender as, oh, god damn! That's one way to do it. That's a finish, I think. I don't know. Finally, the third and last one was a set through serrated and scratched, seemed functional. Ah, yes, trauma. The phone and its receiver are still intact. Owen dropped his coins into the slot and dialed. Oh, baby. So you do with prostitutes. Number from memory. As he waited, he stamped his feet in an attempt to ease the chill that was already creeping into his toes. The bring on the phone seemed to go on forever. He was about to hang up when the receiver clicked and a cheery female voice hollered over to the background laughter, chatter, and the clinks of glasses and plates. It was obviously a Christmas get-together of some kind. Oh, fucking shit! It's Christmas! Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, or Season's Greetings. Censorship! Say Merry Christmas, pussy. Whatever might be appropriate. Ah! Appropriation! The white man. The voice said, "You have reached the Denver house. How may I help you?" Oh, hello, Mrs. Denvers. It's Owen Blake. Owen fought to add even a hint of seasonal joy to his voice, but failed miserably. And, Merry Christmas to you too. 2 zeros. 2 O's. If anything, he was more comfortable talking to Emily Denver than he was to Charlie. I really am sorry to interrupt your evening, but is Charlie available? Oh, of course, Owen, Emily said. I'll just go get him for you. Before Owen could take another breath, Charlie Hurley called on the phone. Owen, what is it? What's wrong? His forced whispers into the phone was being done so as not to be overheard, as if he were expecting some kind of trouble. Oh. Even though all they were doing was fixing a lock on a boathouse door. Well, eventually, Owen said, it's this job in Amityville. Yes, yes! Charlie snapped, irritated. Whatever! Charlie's tone threw him off. The lock seems to be okay, but the door still swings open and shut. Randy! Can't figure out why. It doesn't seem to make sense. He was finally getting it out now. He thinks we were replacing the locks, and we had one in the van, but he is not sure if you might have to call and get authorization for us to go that far. Oh, no! Charlie barked, cutting him off. No, I can't do that. Ah, yes. What a man. Like, well, maybe we should knock on the door, explaining the problem, and ask what we wanted to. No! You can't do that either. The words almost leapt out of the phone. Oh. Owen was so stunned he didn't respond. Mr. Lutz made it absolutely clear. Damn it! Charlie said between clenched teeth. That isn't to happen under any circumstances. If the lock needs to be changed, that's not a problem, but... The son stopped mid-sentence. The pause went on for so long. Owen was about to say something with Charlie. I'm certainly spoke again. This time Charlie's words were dreamt in an unusual mixture of both concern and confusion. Owen, is everything okay over there? Well, not exactly, Owen admitted. They seem to be a question behind the question. Oh, double question. Okay, Charlie said again, cutting him off. Oh, he cut him off, just like the foreskin at the children. Oh, wait a minute, what am I talking about? Listen carefully on what both of you two. Charlie Devers. Owen heard a voice of Charlie's wife cut through the crowd noise behind him. She sounded some distance away, but instant. Charlie, it's Christmas Eve, and we have guests. Stop talking it out, punk-ass bitches, and let's get out of here. Not in the book. And you can come back to our friends. Oh, he's coming to his friends. What a player. When Owen could tell he was half covered, received as he answered his wife. I will, darling. I'll come to you first. Not in the book. I had to finish here. I'll join you in a moment. There was a rustling and Charlie removed his hands. Okay, he said again, more urgently than ever. The call cut off. Oh, as sharp as a silent knife. There was a silence on the line. And silence. And then Owen jumped out, loud, ugly brr, at the dial tone. He stood at the payphone and stared at the receiver, his hand for a very long moment, caressing it, stroking it. Not in the book. Long moment. The cold from the frozen concrete swept into his bones. Then he hung up. Oh, it's a big dick, okay. And he called again. This time there was no answer, nor a second time. Or the 5 other times he tried before he finally gave up and put his headset in the cradle final time. Oh, and he said quickly and urgently, something's weird's happening at the office after you both left. I didn't know what it means, but considering that already happened in that house, I don't feel good about you being there. So you can tell that punk-ass bitch to fix his locks on his own. Oh, well. Yeah, not in a book. So get the hell out. Go home. Don't wait around. Just leave. Oh, wow. Pretty close. You hear me? There was no response. The line was dead silent. Owen! With a lustful intent. Looking at his wife. Ready to go. That's not in the book. What the hell's wrong with you? Why are you making this book sexual? It's a horror! It's a horror! Leave that sexual bullshit there! You don't know me. Ever since the J-Man touched me, I've never been the same. You're never gonna get over it. That was like 2 Christmases ago. Get over it! No! I'll never recover. Where am I? He pulled the receiver from the side of his head and glared at it. Then he pulled it back to his ear and listened as hard as he could, blocking out all the noise of the partygoers. There was no Owen, no dial tone, no. It hissed at him. Oh, it's a snake. Grab that snake with your hands, tightly clenched, and shake it. It wasn't the familiar buzz of the dial tone or a jarring busy signal. It wasn't the sound of any static or open line. It was a living thing. It's already in her vagina, I knew it. Hissing like a snake or an angry cat. As he listened, it began to grow louder and louder and louder. Oh my God. He heard himself say, "Not again!" He remembered what had happened, what he heard at the office. He knew what came next. Without the slightest hesitation, he slammed the phone down at its base, cutting off the conversation and backed away. At the moment, Emily called from the living room doorway at the end of the hall. "Charlie! Come on! We're at the beach and we're ready to see that star, bitch!" It's not in the book. After a long pause, his shoulders slumped. He realized there was nothing really he could do. They were in the hands of fate. Randy was a good Catholic. Oh, God. Probably drinking wine. "Lord," Charlie muttered under his breath, "please help him. I'm afraid I'm going to have to leave him and Owen in your hands." Oh, God. They're going to get a spanking. He hung up the phone, scuffled down the hall towards the living room, and tried not to feel like a coward, because he is. At 112 Ocean Avenue, Randy had finished dismantling the lock assembly at the boathouse door and slipped the main mechanism and the handle out of the carved wood. Niched where it usually sat. He checked every piece as it went, but so far he couldn't find anything that could begin to explain the bizarre opening and slamming of the door. He was working now with a unit Owen had designed and built that cradled a powerful flashlight as a spring-loaded rig and attached it to a number of different places like doors, cabinets, and sharp corners. Just as well as he thought of getting darker. But damn it! It's getting scary. I think those nails are rusty. I need a tetanus shot. I'm getting a rusty ass. If my ass gets lockjaw, somebody needs to work it. Nobody's working your goddamn ass, so shut down up and finish the chapter! Sorry. Then unless the problem really was a faulty lock, and he didn't think it was, then they weren't going to fix this problem tonight. The lights above the boathouse door might be enough for general use, but even Owen's rig wasn't enough to do close work. Besides, he thought it'll soon be cold enough to freeze your balls off. A brass monkey! What the fuck? I feel a little offended on that one. An unconscious reflex, and he reached up and held a small crucifix, goddamn! Hanging on a chain of his neck. There I go, cussing again. Jesus! He thought and grinned still. I imagine it wouldn't be the only one doing that tonight. A fair bet Father Logan? What? We'll be handling out a large batch of Hail Marys and Our Fathers after the holidays. He checked again for Owen, but there was no one coming down the gravel path. There was nothing outside but deepening shadows and an ice-cold wind. The mild breeze did make him think of something, though. Maybe I'll go inside and look again. And swung open the doors and stepped inside. It was still light enough to make out general shapes and shadows inside the structure, but Randy didn't want to take a chance. He fumbled around and finally found a bank of 3 light switches. a few feet away from the boathouse door. The first was from outside light over the door that he switched on a short time ago. The second switch turned on a light hanging outside the riverside entrance at the boathouse. When he clicked on the third one, a large single bulb hanging near the center of the structure came to life. Oh, there's a lot coming. Nothing fancy, just a high wattage bolt with a painted green hood. Oh God! Is the light bulb in sideways? But it did the job. Randy could see everything fairly well, even a nearby section of the river itself. It was much like most boathouses, at least in the area. The sled held a nice-looking boat, sometimes less than 5 years old. Oh, it's a child, pretty much. Better give it some candy. With twin outboard motors, the planked walkway around it were worn with solid, a couple spare oats. What the fuck? A large boat hook and other boating tools dangled at the length side of the wall. Oh, is this foreshadowing? I wonder if it is. From the shelf to the wall above the door, Randy stood inside the boathouse and swung the door open and shut a couple times. He couldn't help wondering about what he exerted. I don't get it. My hardest efforts at slamming the damn thing barely shakes the structure. It needs to be bigger, bitch. Oh, sorry. And also, the hell did it make such a loud noise? It's shaking the shit out of this place. When Owen and I were standing by the corner of the house, no explanations made sense. Instead, he turned his attention to the river. It looked normal enough. A little crap floating in it, but it was more to be expected. The whine of a distant powerboat that passed minutes before Ernie entered, still fading off in the river. He seen enough. He shrugged, still at a loss, and decided to wait for Owen outside. He turned back the door, but he was pushed against. His brown star would be penetrated. It wouldn't budge. He pushed a second time, not thinking much about it. It still wouldn't move. Oh, God! Now he frowned. What the hell? He pushed at the door twice more. Hard. Oh. There's no lock. It is with safety penetrated. With no efforts, and then began to get angry. This is just crazy. Just said no one in particular. He checked out the whole. Door wouldn't move. What did move, however, was a wickedly sharp boat. Over towards his head, the heavy-duty gruff, its stout steel tip glistening, dropped from its rig and plummeted straight down. Randy took a step back to consider his next move, and a 20-pound shaft swooped by just inches from his nose and smashed into the wooden floor. Rigging. Then he looked down at the spot where the hook was firmly embedded. Now that could have been bad. He finally murmured, real bad. At that moment, he heard Owen calling from outside. Randy! Where are you? I'm in here, Randy called back. But the damn door stuck and I couldn't get out. That's how babies are made. A short beat later, oh God, he's out there masturbating. What a freak. Owen's right forefinger poked through poked through the hole where the lock had been and the door swung open with no hesitation. Always got the pleasuring fingers. What door are you talking about? Owen asked, staring at his partner. The one you just opened without thought. Randy said. I couldn't budge it. Damn near got skewered for everything. Trying. I don't understand. Owen stopped. His words hung and Randy stared at him confused. What is it? Owen looked away, trying to hide his nervousness, unsure of if he should open up to his partner. He wasn't exactly sure how to even do that, but Randy just waited patiently. Finally, Owen decided he had no choice and slowly turned back to face Randy and tried to explain it as best he could. I should tell you what happened at the house before I left. Chapter 4. Deeper into the darkness of this anus we shall delve. I passed by some corn and it waved at me. Randy said that's... he frowned, rubbed his forehead and looked down at the ground. And finally stared up at the house. Just like his limp dick. Weak ass bitch. Not in the book. But look his partner in the eyes. Probably staring at his dick. With their intimacy. Even though they were standing outside the boathouse. Even though the evening breeze was rising and cutting through their coats like a knife made from ice. Making their dicks shriveled up and going into turtle mode, not in the book. And to ask Randy. Even beg him, oh boy. I could hear the bells dropping already. If he had to just pick things up and get away from this place. But the way Randy looked while he was telling him, oh, he's Randy alright. Go get some candy for that boy. Come on, say that. Why are you saying anything? And finally, when he did, there was a coolness, a distance in his voice that Owen had never heard before. Okay. He said carefully. Okay, so what did Charlie say we should do? Didn't he hear anything I said? Owen wondered. Didn't it mean anything to him? Owen hesitated to say any more. The phone call has been weird too. To put it mildly, but Ray! Reaction was just no. I wouldn't mention it. He decided instead he just shrugged, said we could change the locks. But he couldn't bother anyone in the house for any reason. Oh. Yeah, 'cause they're all touching themselves watching. It's called foreplay, bitch. He pulled the replacement lock out of his turncoat. Oh, that's a euphemism right there, if I've ever heard one. Oh, baby. Randy took the lock and peeled away the clear plastic seal without another word. Oh, no protection, that's how you get STDs. Owen stood well away from him, his mind racing, trying to think of what he could say to make things right. I could tell him it was a joke. He thought I could tell him my mind was playing. This. It was a voice. A little girl's was. Both men stopped what they were doing and looked around. One of them left. One to the left, one to the right. Please help me. I can't find my mommy. This is scary. Spit on the book. Is there someone in the boathouse? Owen asked Randy. But the blank look on his partner's face made it obvious he had no idea either. Not. When I was there, he said, unless they were hiding somewhere I couldn't see. A little girl's voice came again. Oh, mister! She called again. It seemed to have come from all around them, every direction at once. Please help me! I don't know where my mommy is. The plaintive tone tore at Randy's heart. Come on, he said and turned to the boathouse door, completely forgetting the lock, still clutching it in his hand. Euphemism. A second, he said, Randy, this doesn't make any sense. Where could they have come from? The sorceress, I knew it. Used to throw voice. Dark soul shit. They stepped into the gathering darkness together. 2 steps inside the boathouse. Randy! Stopped. So quickly, Owen almost crashed into him. I don't get it. Randy muttered absently, sliding the lock into his coat pocket as he could scan the room. Oh, he's gonna finger it. There was no one here. He shook his head and frowned. I could have sworn that we heard it come from in here. He too. Owen peered into the corner of the wooden shed, but there didn't seem to be anything where someone could be hiding. All 3 boathouse lights flickered off, then flickered back on. It wasn't total darkness, the last light of the day. The distant light provided a faint glow, but it scarcely mattered. Most of the boathouse interior was immediately thrown into the deep darkness. Anything could be waiting there now. God damn it! oh, Randy! Oh, the Pope spit his white out in fear. Randy sputtered. Randy, let's just, the lights buzzed on brighter now than they've ever just been a second ago. Oh, Randy really got those lights, Randy. Oh, goddamn. At least that's how it seemed to Owen. He had to raise his hands to shield his eyes from the sun brightness, and the source of the voice showed itself not 20 feet away. She stood there at the end of the far walkway, staring out at the river. Her back to both of them. A little girl, her long, curly, partly tucked under a loose bonnet. God damn, everything's loose around here. She wore a deep blue pomfret over her gray, short-sleeved blouse. She was barefoot, and a rag doll dangled limply from her right hand. What the fuck? Randy wasn't a foul-mouthed man. He sure was. He was above. Oh, God. And there was a ragged tone in his voice as he muttered he had been pushed too far. He started to crack, and Owen could clearly see it. Where in the name of God did she come from? He said under his breath, she wasn't there a few minutes ago. The little girl still faced away from them and spoke again. Please help me, she said. It sounded so pathetic, so lost. Are you crazy, Owen? She's a little girl and she needs help. Oh, yeah. Falling for the bullshit. We'll have to just leave her here. Yeah, fuck her. No way. That's how you get on the list. The little girl, and he hated it. Look at the weeds wrapped around her feet. She's been in the water. She's soaking wet and freezing cold. None of this makes sense. Randy stopped midway between the little child and his partner. What are you saying? That this is just another weird thing. It's like your whim-whams. What the fuck? Before you got here, or your tummy ache always turned into a child. Or you topping off on the porch, weren't even supposed to be standing on and blaming it on ghosts. He turned back to the little girl in an angry, dismissive wave at his partner. Fuck that! Ah! Lip dick! Oh! Give him the lock. It'll make him hard again. I'm gonna help her find her mother. Oh, goddamn. See if under the bonnet. Oh, goddamn. Back in the 1970s, be peeing all over the place. He was knotted. Was a knotted mess, and she was soaking wet. Water was dripping from her tattered helm and from the wooden deck. When he was about 10 good steps away, she began to turn. Oh! Her bonnet fell to the floor. Oh! Revealing. But instead of releasing her tremble, the little girl's curls bouncing playfully around her shoulders, it loosed ugly dark clumps matted with dirt and dried blood. Oh, God. The month came early for this one. It looked like the entire back of her head had been blown. What the goddamn fuck? By a large rifle, pieces of blackened bone and tissue must have been her skull and brain glistening wet in a tangled mess. Oh, God. Randy skidded to a stop, but he couldn't help but look at her. Oh, he's looking at her holes. He should be on the list. As she completed her turn, he heard himself make a high, killing sound. Let me reenact it. There we go. Anyways, something like a crow. Oh, I see. I was onto something right now. That one. Something like a strangled scream. God damn, I nailed it. As he clearly saw her face for the first time, the flesh from her chin to the brow. Face for the first time, the flesh from her chin to the brow line was molten with decay. Cheekbones poked dully through gooey slabs of dead tissue below her empty eyes. Oh, but no, not quite empty. The sockets were rolling with tiny pale birds. Protein. Squirming to escape. The skin on her arms and fingers were split, shattered with bone and rotting muscle glistening and pulse there. She was a corpse, a rotting corpse, dead. But still walking and talking, Thank you, mister. Self had always been, it didn't matter. It was real. It was coming for them. Everything's coming. Coming for Randy. Oh, he's all this now. At least he stood just feet away from the dead thing. But every muscle in his body was locked. He was unable to move, unable to think. The running girl had no such problem. She dropped the doll into the water and raised her arms, curling her fingers into a pony claw and scuffled forward, straight to him. Yes, sir. Running girl and Owen both reached Randy at the same time. Oh, a climax. Oh, goddamn. Does that make it a three-way? Oh, definitely all this. But Owen seized her hand and forced it away from his friend. The running girl jerked back, trying to break free from his grasp. Hit her with the lock. Whip it out of your pocket. But Owen clutched tightly, clamping his fingers just below her wrists and shuddering at the cold, slimy pulpless of her flesh. She jerked her arm away. I won't let you go, he told himself. She hissed at him and jerked harder. Oh, goddamn. But he still wouldn't release her. She tugged harder and harder. The arm separated from her shoulder, just tore away. She spurned off into the darkness and left Owen standing there, holding a dead, limp-like, rotting tree branch. A thick, dark liquid, not blood, not river water, dripped slowly from the ragged end of a plump on the deck. But as the running girl approached Randy for a second time, leaning forward to show a mouthful of putrid teeth, Owen lashed out. He swung the corpse's own limb back at her like an oversized baseball bat. Yeah, knock her out. Give her a home run. That sounds like euphemism. With all his might, he was right on target. The limb struck the running girl's head with a low thwack. She stumbled back. Wet flakes of gray blackish ash, like burnt newspaper, exploded silently into the air. Both arms and skull poofed into a meaty powder and clattered onto the floor in just a fine dust, or evaporated into thin air. Weakly at her. Yeah, she's underage. Gotta be careful. He was still too far gone to do anything. Before Owen could move, the running girl pitched herself backwards as hard as she could and dragged herself and Randy both into the murky river. The splash was thick and sickening as the corpse thrown into a pool of oil, and Owen rushed to the edge of the deck just in time to see them sink it out of sight. Still locked together, pulled down swiftly as if the water was comprised to help this abomination, Owen said, and Owen rushed to the edge of the deck just in time to see them sink it out of sight. Still locked together, pulled down swiftly as if the water was comprised to help this abomination. It was words he'd never spoken out loud in his life. Not fit to live. Not supposed to live. Damn them to hell. Whip out that crucifix. Wait. Oh no, the man who has the crucifix is underwater. He's getting or not. Is it like a reverse baptism? Oh no. Gonna wash away everything and bring the sin back. Oh hell yeah. I love my reverse baptisms. It's like when you take water out of the toilet and just throw it on someone. Oh, and took 2 steps back, then charged to the edge of the wooden walkway, and plunged headfirst into the Amityville River. I wasn't aware that the river was called Amityville too. I thought that was just the name of the house. Does it come from the house? Is it constantly peeing? Is that what it is? Is it the water come from the river? I mean, the water coming. God damn it! Fuck. Chapter 5. At first, the cold was so intense. It wasn't really cold at all. What the fuck? It was so intense, but it wasn't even cold. It wasn't goddamn warm. I guess, he's atheist, right? So he just got a baptism in the urine of the house. Oh, okay, well. God dang it, ain't the river of Styx. There's a lot of deadbeat losers down there that like to go crappy with their hands. They take your wallet, your pockets, your soul, tie your shoelaces together, they're assholes. Hey, where am I? Owen surges to the edge of unconsciousness. He just got in the water. Oh God, I hope he never takes the ice plunge. He'd go fucking die. Find him, he told himself. Find him fast. Okay. But how? Are you talking under the water? I don't wonder why you're about to go unconscious. Get your mouth open. You're a goddamn goldfish. With your gills in your rectum? What ain't your pee-pee? Is it usually like one of those tubes that stick out of the water like what the hell are they called? Hey! What the hell? Snorkelers! Goddamn monkey. I told you I'm an ape. You're like a snorkeler. I don't know how that works, but whatever. He could barely see the tips of his fingers. But you better be careful, you might stick those tips in something that'll get you on the list. The FBI list. Anyways, keep going. Yeah, we'll go all the way. All the way. Like a man. Was all we could think. The riding girl and Randy had trembled in the river just moments before. They shouldn't be far ahead. Or maybe she's a good swimmer. Tapped against something. Oh, and without hesitation, he grabbed it. Oh, feeling the Donald Trump quote coming on here. He grabbed it as hard as he could. As he clutched for safety. What happens if he grabbed his dick? You gonna jerk him out of the cold water by his dick? He's not a goddamn fish. Though he couldn't quite feel it through his freezing hands. He got the sense of bulk. Oh, it might be his dick. Dragging himself through the water. Up, he ordered himself. Up! Up! It can't be that far. It can't be. He burst through the surface of the river. Frigid air rammed into his lungs. Oh, penetration. It was almost as painful as diving has been, but the instant after his head broke through. Oh! It was sex. Euphemism. Though he hauled his arms up as well as Randy came with him. Head first, I knew it! And heavy as stone, Randy wasn't unconscious, as Owen had feared. His partner began spluttering and cursing as the air hit him, flailing his arms, disoriented and terrified, but awake. Oh, good for him. And alive. Well, I hope so. Unless you went into him. I mean, whatever. Owen thought as he struggled for one more breath. Alive! They were only a few feet from the wide riverside opening of the boathouse. This way, Randy choked and struck out for the walkway and a rusty ladder on its edge. Oh, it's gonna get tetanus. The lockjaw. Oh, God. It keeps getting worse. And Owen swam a few strokes. Oh, God, he had some strokes. To the edge of the weathered dock, his limbs heavy as iron. He took a firm what? Firm hold on one of his polyments, what the fuck? Pylons. Ah! Only then was he comfortable enough to look back and scan wide for any signs of the riding girl. Oh, great. Now she's floating through the water like goddamn cabin fever. Hope he don't make any lemonade for that river. There was none. The water rippled and humped around him. Oh, God. The water's having the sex with them. They're gonna have babies. Like a pair of laboring stream engines. Oh, I knew it! They're in labor. Oh, they have been impregnated by the water. Drenched to the bone. They're talking about his dick. Their teeth clenched like jackhammers. Air scraped through their lungs like icy sandpaper. But they were alive. For a long time. Okay. I knew it was stupid. I said you're insane, but I did it anyways. I did it! Anyways. Oh, they're both gonna be on the list. Chris Hansen! I found two gooners! He pulled himself together. It was just so Oh, so unbelievable. My partner, my best friend. I should have tried to understand, but it was just so crazy. He forced himself into sitting position. The mounting position, of course. A nightmare, really. And I'll wake up in any second. He shivered convulsively. Big words. His teeth chattering and cracked and began to smile. Though I got to say, I've never been this cold in any dream. Oh, goddamn. He's talking about wet dreams. We got kidnapped by a little girl. This guy's a freak. Owen was still flat on his belly, looking up at his friend, dumbly amazed that that man was even alive. Hey! Leaned over to him, still shivering. Yeah, buddy, he said. What do you need? Hey! He said it was one last time, please. He forced himself to roll over. Oh, he's a giver, not a taker. Please shut the fuck up! Vulgar! Ready! Left. It hurts to do it. Oh, no sex for you then. But he did it anyways. Oh, goddamn! Helping him to his feet. Let's go back to the truck, he said slowly. There would be candy. Not in the book. Recovering those spare overalls in the truck ought to come in handy now. We'll wear them together. Not in the book. In seconds, the boat's small white hull was thudding against the dock. First on one side, and then the other. Jesus Christ! Oh no, he's gonna come. Not Randy, but I can feel it. Randy! Hissed his good Catholic training slipped for once. What now? He took some impulsive steps forward, and a wave of water splashed upward, rising absurdly between the boat and the dock. Owen watched in mute disbelief as the wave stopped in mid-surge and stood in the water for a moment. Just stood there, a frozen column of murky green pointed straight up, growing thicker at the bottom. Oh, it was a dick. It's a water dick. Become a solid, stony black. It was turning into an arm, a hand, and its fingers. Oh, it's gonna grab him by the dick. Give him a good yanking like we did that door. Oh boy. He shouted a warning to his partner. Hey! Look out! Randy turned around confused as the thick fingers absurdly shot out of the wrap and wrapped around his left leg. Owen saw it dig into the dripping denims. That sounds like a whore. They probably have OnlyFans or something. With some kind of thick ooze. What a sheen, like oil sledge. Oh, the house been coming the whole time. Oh God, I hope the semen of the house ain't like those fish that swim up your dick. They're gonna have babies. Where are they gonna come out of? Oh God. So what happens if they swam like into the prostate and like conquered all the other semen? And if they knocked up their wives, the baby would be the house. Can you imagine birthing a house? What a whore! And the smell lifting from it was suddenly inexplicably beyond belief. Oh, fishy pussy lips. It hit him like a wide, flat, invisible hand. So foul, Owen had to fight to keep up for throwing up. Huh. Wasn't that like somebody you worked with before? We're not talking about that. Shut the hell up. As Randy yodeled. What the fuck? And kicked behind him. He got a big guy. He got a better grip on the wooden shaft. He got a grip on the wooden shaft. Oh boy. Door came loose in his hand, and in a manic rip, and he wheeled it out over his head and turned it and lifted it, acting without thinking. The oily goo, thick as tar, stretched across the walkway less than a yard from the edge of his boots. He bellowed as he drove the working edge of the oar, into the ooze. Foreplay. As he hit it, it broke apart. Oh God! As if he had severed a limb. In that moment, the ebony arm. Oh God! Oh no. They changed races. Well, it crudely made fingers. The part was curling around Randy's boot was separated from its source. Oh. For one moment, Owen let himself grin. Got it, he said. Got it! I just have to touch that, okay? They both edges reached down at each other, overlapping, joined. Oh, it was whole again. Dead Space reference? He went at it again. Oh, goddamn! And again! And still again. Oh, yeah, get it, player! Slamming it each time almost before he had the time to reform. Making progress here, he realized after the 10th, maybe 15th blow. Each time it was a little longer to reform. Each time the gap got a little larger. Oh, maybe this is a euphemism for sex. Oh, God! Once more, he told himself, forcing his aching limbs to pull the oar above his shoulders. And driving it down again. One more. On the 12th impact. The impossible limb was weak enough, severed for long enough that Randy, bellowing like a madman, was able to kick it out from under his leg free. He lunged back, staggering past Owen, and Owen instantly backed away pussy. For one mad moment, it looked as if the old tentacle was actually hesitating, thinking, considering its next move. Then finally it retreated, slithering away, slipping off the walkway and back into the black muck before the motorboat. Oh, baby. Good, Owen granted, thinking, but when it was going to end. When was this going to end? When? But the problem wasn't over yet. Oh, damn it to hell. Oh, the Catholicism. This shit is eating through my boot. Owen looked at his leg where the ooze had touched it. Oh, and saw a slimy trail running up and down the denim. Oh, whore. Randy started to reach down for it with this thickly gloved hand, and Owen got one syllable into a warning before Randy yelped in pain and jerked his hand back. Ah, shit! He shouted and hobbled back and forth into the shed. Oh no, don't go back in there. Get it off! Man, it burns like hell! Don't let that dark ooze touch your precious white skin. Is that racist? Why the hell are you asking me? I can't answer. Well, I am an 8, so I guess it ain't racist. Where am I again? Owen shouted. He let go of the oar, and he thumped it on the deck. Get it off! Randy was still grasping in pain. He was on the verge of hysteria, at least it ain't hypothermia. Feeling like he was gonna burn right through my leg. Owen looked in every direction and spotted a pair of heavy-duty work gloves, dangling from a thick nail. Next to the harness, where held the oar, he grabbed them and dragged them over to his soggy, woolen mittens, without another word, hurrying to Randy's side. The gloves did the trick, but only just. Randy took his hands away from Owen's, dragged to the heel of his wet boot. After 2 tries, it slipped off. You see, when you want anything off, you just gotta stroke it. Stroke it and eventually it'll let go. The swirl subsided. The liquid under the boat changed color, moving from black to murky green. Then like a wave, it stacked dominoes, falling into a wide spread. Whore! The clear, normal water rippled outward, wiping away the last black sheen as it went. Within seconds, there was no sign of the vicious liquid had ever been there. Owen ducked down next to Randy and grasped for breath. Did you get it all off? Sexual tension's back. Randy dragged up his trouser like, oh, God, he showed some leg. Oh, and checked out his ankle and bare foot. There was an angry red whelp running from top of his shin to below his knee, down the edge of his toes. Yeah, Randy said between teeth clenched in pain. Yeah, but I left a pretty nasty burn. That's called syphilis, boy. I get some penicillin. Hurts like a bitch. Oh, Catholic. Owen was amazed to see a stiff, god damn, defiant grin on his part. Oh, can this be really happening? What in God's name have we got ourselves into here? Owen just shook his head. He was still trying to breathe, trying to fight off the deadly cold that was cutting through his soaked, wet clothes. All I know is I can't take much more. Pussy. Me neither, Randy said. There's no hint of usual good humor. We gotta get out of here soon, or we never will. Owen got to his feet, still shivering, and put his hands out to his friend. Oh, can you walk? Randy punched himself up, leaning against the wall for support. Oh, he said, let's see. I'm done reading this bullshit. Eat this book, bitch. I'm getting the hell out of here. See you later, bitch. Oh, goddamn, Terry! Hold him down! Okay. But what happens if he gets free again?
Oh, God. Maybe we should, nail his ass down or something. Terry, shut the hell up. Do you have a hammer or something?
I sure do. It's inside me. Hold on a minute.
What? What do you mean it's inside you?
It's coming. It's stuck. Hold on a minute. There it is.
Oh, fuck. What the hell's a hammer doing in you? Got any nails? Alright, well. Can you hold his ass down?
I'll hold the shit out of that ass. It's got ass for days.
Shut the hell up and let me hammer it. I'm gonna nail the shit out of it. Shut up, Terry. God damn it. Just hold still.
He's down my ass.
Terry, shut the hell up. People gonna walk by and think we're doing weird shit here. God damn it. Oh, boy. Okay, Terry. Can you do us a little recap of what we have just heard from this goddamn monkey that can't read a book without putting his own words in there?
It's just how I read. I can't help it. I like to insert things into stuff.
Oh, fuck. Can you word things better? Oh my, Terry. God damn it! You sleeping again? Oh my God.
Okay, so, the horny man decided to, duplicate himself. He left his horny self there with the Libya building, and his sewing self decided to, goddamn, go talk to his boss. So anyways, the sewing man, he was over there walking, and he saw it. It was a horse. It wasn't in the stable. So he decided to look at it. It's a very nice looking horse. And then he saw it. Its prize package. He decided to look at it. Go really close. He put his eyes up to the sack, as it would say. It looked into it. and it looked back. There was something in there. Oh, the tadpoles. They formed together. They were twisting. They were watching. They looked them right in the eyes. They scared the shit out of him. He fell over, and the horse ran away. Shouldn't be looking at a horse's nutsack. It's really weird. Oh, this book's crazy. So anyways, he got in his van, pushed all the candy aside, and he drove to a payphone, because they don't have phones. Because they're like Amish or something, I don't know. It doesn't matter. Anyways, he calls his boss, who's like having some kind of crazy sex parties or something, because he's a freak. And his wife answers, and she answers it, and he comes over and he just moves her out of the way, and he goes, there's something wrong with this house. He's like, I saw it. And they just kind of ramble about bullshit forever. And eventually he just kind of hangs up. Does he need like permission or something for something? I don't know. Well, the boss thought he hung up, but sewing didn't, and the phone, it hissed at him. It was a sound of gas passed through the house. The house was touching his mind once again. He could hear the gas passing through the bowels. It scared him. But he's like, oh, hell with this. He went back to his sex party. Because they're freaks. Well, the horny half, the Randy man, decided to penetrate his body into the Olivia building. He went in there and looked at everything. It was wet. It was woody. There was nothing in there. And the Olivias, they closed. And he tried to push, but he couldn't get out. It's like a reverse childbirth or something. He pushed really hard. And on the shelf, there was a prize sculpture. Large prize sharp sculpture of the horse's cock. And it fell off the shelf and it penetrated the floor and it scared him. At the same time that the thing hit the floor, his sewing self, he showed back up. He's like, what you doing in there, boy? You're gonna smell like fish. You need to get out of there. And the horniness of him, he's like, get me out of here. I can't get out. And his sewing self from the other side inserted his fingers into the hole. And it opened. It was a magical moment. What the hell happened after that? So anyways, he gets the door open. And he just kind of looks at him. He's like, what? This thing was loose the whole time. You're just a bitch. And they're just kind of standing there. And all of a sudden, they hear like a sound. Comes from inside of the boat, the Libya boathouse. And they turn around. It sounds like a horse. And then they see it. It's a little tiny horse. Potentially like a child of the horse. Upon closer inspection, it's a female horse. just standing there in the water. So after a lot of bullshitting, the horny man decides, I'm gonna go approach the horse. You can't just leave a tiny horse out here on its own in the water, wet. So he goes over there, reaches into his pocket, and he has a carrot in there, for special occasions when his blood pressure goes low or something, I don't know. The horse turns around and turns out it's a dead horse. To be more specific, it's all the wasted, all the wasted seedlings from the prize's horse, his package, all collected together and rotting. Scares the shit out of the horny man, and the sewing just kind of stands there and looks at it. Well, the horse gets closer and closer, and the horse reaches up to go like bite the carrot. But since it's a horrible creature, an abomination, it quickly goes away from the carrot. It bites him right on his 7-incher and starts yanking it. The sower, he tries to get wood off the shelf, but he can't. And very quickly, the horse jerks him so hard. That he gets sucked into the water and he gets wet as well. And they vanish in the water. The horse still on him. Juvenile's livelihood, playing tug of war, as they call it, with the youth. The sewing man decides, to hell with this. I'm gonna get wet too. He ain't gonna have all the fun, and he jumps in there too. And apparently the river's named after the house. For some reason. I don't know why. It's a squirter, I guess. It's always squirting. It's always coming out. It never stops. Oh, what a weird world we live in. Oh, that's chapter 5. No, wait, that's chapter 4. Where am I? Oh, chapter 5. What the hell happens in there? Okay, so the final part. They're all in the river. The horse is jerking them in there, and his sewing half jumped in after him. He started feeling everything up, and he felt something. Couldn't see it, but he grabbed it. He grabbed it and jerked it really hard. And he pulled him back out of water. The horny man, they were wet. They were cold, and they were wet. Well, anyways, they just kind of laid there. Then all of a sudden, the water, it became dark. And darker, and darker. And then all of a sudden, out from the water, in a like a pile of goo. It was a horse, but it wasn't shaped like a horse. Now it showed its true form. It was all the seedlings from the horse, the prize horse's junk package. They smelled foul. They were kind of orange, because horses like carrots. They rubbed up against the horny man's leg. He moaned. His friend grabbed some wood, and they pounded the shit out of it. Until it went back in the water, but it left a snail trail on his leg. His friend grabbed some protection and rubbed it off. After he rubbed it off, it went back in the water, but it left behind the snail trail again, and it made his leg red like this monkey's butt cheeks, probably. And it disappeared. He saved his friend. His friend? No, his doppelganger. And they celebrated, and they stared at each other, ready to form again and become one. In some weird sexual way, probably, I don't know. Oh, that's the chapter. Oh. Chapter 6. When will this horror end? Randy had trouble putting his full weight on his injured leg. So Owen grabbed an oar. He's gonna give him the shaft. Oh, god damn. Owen, as usual, kept his mouth shut. He hadn't said anything about it. No point in worrying his buddy. The blood flow. But the bird looked serious. He was sure they would need to go to the Salkoff County emergency room as soon as they were out of here. They made their way slowly and carefully towards the boathouse door. There were no longer any confusion about their next move. They planned to leave 112 Ocean Avenue. They were almost to the door when a strange sound, here we go again, began to slowly trickle into the bathhouse. God damn it! Boathouse. A constant drone, like an approaching swarm of bees, or wasp, or Randy. Heard it first. What's that noise, Owen? Owen had turned it. What the fuck? These words aren't even in the book. Owen had heard it before, at the porch window. At the front of the house. I'm not sure, Randy. He lied. He tried to nudge his partner along a little faster, rubbing the shaft. Not in the book. Owen couldn't help but notice the drone was getting louder. The last thing he wanted was for them to stop for any reason. The floor! Ready! Said. He frowned as he stared at a particular spot in the wooden plank. Oh, we gotta peep Big Tom. Midway between them and the door. What about it? There was a deep gouge in the wood, he said. Right there. When we came in. Now it's gone. Oh, it's gone. You ever go take that luck pussy out of your pocket, boy? I really think we need to hurry. Randy looked up and said, what? He glanced over his shoulder at Owen, then back at the door. Damn it all now! Catholic, everybody. Think you've been sneaking that wine when nobody was looking. And those cookies. Those white cookies. How did that get back up there? It was stuck to the floor, man. I mean, stuck! And now... Owen looked up and saw the boat hook dangling from a crisscross jerry-rigged setup that was hooked to a large wooden leg. That wasn't good. Come on, Randy, he said, pulling his injured friend towards. Come! Up! A swarm of flies, thick as oil, smoke. What the fuck? Swept into the boathouse, bloating out the feeble lights of a single bulb above them. The roar they brought with them were both defeating and terrifying as they surged forward. Like an erection. Oh, not in the book. But to fight them, Owen barely had time to say, what? And the swarm hit. Randy and Owen were driven back, each of them thrashing wildly, clawing away handfuls of flies from their eyes, their nose, their mouth. But with the swarm never ending, for each patch they cleared, an even greater failing surge forward to feel it. Feel it. And came more and more. Oh, the coming. The climax. Until they couldn't see or hear, even breathe under the assault. Frantic, Owen tried to see Randy, to grab him, to get the door, but he couldn't make him out through the barrage of flies. They were hitting him so hard. No, they were literally dying on impact. The flies began to pile up at his feet. Owen thought he felt a wound open up above his right eye. Oh, he thought actually felt like the flies moving inside him. Penetration, with the same kind of clarity he felt when he dived into the freezing river. Owen realized something. This could kill them. He and Randy could literally drown in the impossible swarm and useless. Unless he did something. Now, he forced his hands free, filled it up with flies as thick as porridge, and squeezed. Oh! Squeeze the shit out of him, boy. Rub it all over your face. Even as the air turned sour in his lungs, even as they felt his strength draining away. Oh, they're sucking him dry. Oh, God. He fought them, and in the midst of his deafening roar, his heart pounding to his ear, he thought he heard a sound. Words. Oh, he realized that was most certainly hallucinating. But the words came again, louder, more intent. Whatever. At first, they were little more than mumbled fragments, but the fragments became words, and the words formed into sentences. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. The strength and volume of my words began to almost equal the roar of the insects. He maketh them to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. Owen was an atheist. He had lost what little faith he had in God, in any God, at all. When he was only 9. Oh, good backstory. What's this fucking JoJo? Oh, good, he's probably gonna die or something. Let's find out. When his mother died without saying goodbye, oh, what tragedy. He had turned into a skeptic at an early age. And in the 15 years since then, nothing had happened to convince him otherwise. There were just the here and now. What was flat and full and real, just like the earth.
Did you just say the goddamn earth was flat, you goddamn monkey?
Shut the hell up! You ain't gotta tell me what I think about the world. If it's flat, then it's flat in my world. Just like my parents! It's dead! Even as a buzzing roared and the insects pulled him down, and down, and down! Am I hallucinating? He wondered, as his knees began to buckle under the endless assault. In this, some heavenly chore sent to carry me across from this world to the next. Could I have been wrong all along? Could I? But the voice rose to shout. The words filled the air, and he realized it wasn't an angel. It wasn't the voice of God. It was Randy! Randy was shouting the prayers with a conviction so strong it tore at Owen's unbelieving heart. It made him want to cry in joy. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me to the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Driven to his knees, gasping for breath, always gonna do a blowjob. He was sure of it. The swarm, it suddenly lacked the power to have displayed just seconds ago. Now, Randy's shouted words filled with boat shit actually became louder than the roar of the flies. Or was the attack lessening in intensity? Or was it both? Yeah, though I walk through the valley of the shadows of death, I fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod, and thy staff, sex, they comfort me. Oh, the pleasures of the shaft. Yes, Randy, shouted his last words of the 23rd poem, so loud it almost shook the boathouse. Oh, God. Surely goodliness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Amen. 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 Oh, God. And just like that, it was over. The horrible noise tailored away. The labs of the flies disappeared into the shadows. Owen and Randy found themselves knee deep. Oh, sorry. Randy! What happened? What had just happened? How had it happened without really thinking about it? He stepped forward, intent on doing something he rarely ever did to anyone. Give his friend a huge hug. Oh, the bromance, the passion, religion turned them onto each other. Don't take that out of context. That's not in the book. At that moment, Randy shouted a warning. Oh, and look out! Untouched, unbidden, the boat hook above their heads broke away from the netting and leaped toward them. It viciously barbed tongue pointed straight down. As it neared the floor, it turned, as it's moving under an unseen hand. Oh! And the barbed solid steel, arrow-shaped head ripped into Owen's side, just below his seventh rib. I don't know what it is. The force of the blow drove him to the floor in a loud crash. Owen! Randy shouted as he fell to his knees next to his friend. Owen! Oh, that's the old bunch relation will save you now, boy. Better get out that good book and start beating him with it. Chapter 7. Owen was content. He was floating, suspended in a countless, confronting cloud. In that timeless moment, beyond sleep and waking, it would end soon. He knew soon. He thought sleepily he would have to get up and get ready for work. What the fuck? What is this, JoJo? Excellent, that's what I like to see. Before the end of the week, or maybe he'd call, maybe. A searing pain pierced through his side. A burning hot lance as thick, oh, as a human arm. Oh, that's what you call a prostate exam. Oh, God. They go in and they touch it. Oh, God. It's like, what the hell is it? It's like polishing what the hell's that ball called that you use in, bowling? Are you serious? A bowling ball? Are you getting any blood flow to that brain, boy? Does it look like I am? Things tight. Understand. And he felt as if the red hot poker had been jammed deep into his left side. And it was still there. He tried to stand up. He couldn't help himself. It only made the pain worse, surging through him like molten metal. It made his entire body jerk convulsively. Ah, yes, like the Parkinson's. Stretched out on the floor, and Randy was hovering over him. He could feel Randy's arm around his body. Oh, working the shaft, no less. It's the only way. Gotta have a happy ending to this. Holding him, propping him up. It all happened, didn't it? He said, his voice rough and weak at the same time. It's all still happening. He tried to sit up, and the pain soared. Oh, God! He leaned back, panting like a sick animal. Bad luck. Randy grimaced and shook his head. No, he said. More than it. That fucking came out for you. Oh. The No wonder why bad things are happening. Such goddamn language! Owen aimed right at you. Impossible. Randy almost snared. It's all impossible, man. The rotting girl, the flies. That shit that came out of the river. Oh! It's just like our river. That kid with the eyes you saw at the house, all of it. Owen can't argue with him. It hurts too much. The penetration. The prostate exam from the side. Not in the book. The boat hook. He said, licking his dry lips. Oh, sexual tension again. Almost blew from the cold. It fell from up there when it first came. It missed. Oh. Well, you don't get pregnant if you miss when you come. But the second time, it already got in there. Goddamn. Which side? His dick side? How bad is it? Randy grabbed his waist, squeezed. Oh, he was reaching for his dick. I knew it. He's giving him a handy dandy. Oh boy. There won't be one less coming after all. Infected? That doesn't make any sense. How long have I been out? Only a few minutes. Then I couldn't be infected yet, could it? Randy shrugged, looking strained and helpless at the same time. You're asking me? What can and can't be after all that's happened? Give me a break. Owen nodded dully. He could have argued with a man who saved him from drowning in flies. With some of the religious intervention, religion killed him. God himself came down and inserted that right into his side. Not in the book. That had really happened too, hadn't it? All I can tell you is that you have had a fewer, and the wounds has begun to look pretty damned nasty. He wiped a heavy sheen of sweat from Owen's forehead and frowned, and then stuck it in his mouth and sucked on it and savored it. Not in the book. And you were sweating like a pig, man. This is simple action made Owen stop and take stock of his body. Oh, good, he's going into soup. Excellent. Randy was right. His entire right side was tingling with a sickening chill. A combination of biting cold and wet. It's like a sexual stroke. Man, this hurts. He said between clenched teeth, feels like it's still there. A piece of it is. Randy winced as if it was somehow his fault. I tried to pull the damn thing out. Real men don't pull out, bitch. But the tip broke. God, I hate that when it happens. You know, reach back in there, like spread it wide with both hands and be like, hey man, where's my dick tip, god damn it? What the fuck? What the hell are you doing when I'm not around? The hell are you sticking that in? Don't worry about it. Back to the book. Tip broke off. The entire front end of the hook is solid steel, but still somehow broke off. Oh. Randy swallowed hard. Owen noticed that the first time his partner was sweating heavily himself. It was only a couple of minutes before. Your whole side started looking, well, bad, infected. Look, I know it can't spread that quickly, but it is, and I have no idea what to do. Spit on it. Rub some dirt on it. That's what happens when it comes out yellow. Had an injury of his own. No wonder he looked like hell. Hey, what about your leg? Randy jumped as if he was surprised. Owen realized his buddy was drifting off for a moment. What? I don't know. Help aware. Randy reached down and pulled his leg off of his jeans. Owen almost gagged. What the fuck? Damn, Randy. For a moment, Owen forgot of his own pain. The burn on Randy's leg had actually spread and worsened. Its edges were vicious, wet, red of infection, and fissures along his leg. of it were filled with sickly green pus. Oh, quick, suck each other off. In a non-sexual way, of course. Around the fires in his side. How can you still walk at all? Randy took a deep breath and nodded. Yeah. If I use the oar like a crutch, yeah, whip out the shaft, boy. Scrape it against the ground. It hasn't hurt to get a little dirt on the tip. Builds character. Maybe the wall. He looked around the room. Do you think you can help me try and stand? I might pass out, but I'll do my best. Damn this! Oh, not. What the fuck? He reached out and shook his partner hard by the shoulder. Randy, grab hold of your crucifix. Hold it as tight as you can. Randy reacted this time. He turned to him, sweating brow creased in confusion. Your crucifix, Randy, around your neck. The older man looked down at his chest. His eyes widened in surprise, as if he had never seen the thing before. But his hand came up agonizingly slow and wrapped around the artifact. The reaction was instantaneously. The confusion immediately cleared from Randy's eyes. Ah, yes. There's nothing better than looking at a man hanging on a cross dead. Really heal the suffering of the fellow man, of the present future. Not in a book. Only halfway to his feet, but he refused to let his mind close down. I have to, he told himself, pausing and gasping for air. There's no choice. He was up. They were both up. I think they're talking about the dicks. I don't know. Let's read on to figure out. They grinned at each other, almost laughing. Nothing to it, Randy said, and coughed. God! A hot, rough, whirling sound cut through the silence beyond the shed. They were both stopped moving, stopped breathing. Someone's out there, Randy whispered, grinding. Owen realized it was the sound of a huge knife. Sharpener. The hell, Pyramid Head out there or something? Are they in Silent Hill? Is Silent Hill in New York? Oh, God. Like a stone wheel grinder, they used the sharpened tools back in the yard of Hicksville. Hillbillies! Now we're in the boathouse. We're hurting. Help us! The grinding continued. Without a pause, a new sound was added. A metallic squeal of a blade held tight. The sharpening stone squee. Squee? Is a fucking knife having an erection? Rubbing one out on the stone, as they say? That sounds like a euphemism. Where was I? Just the last few hours. How could it be worse? Randy! We're dying here, man. Randy! Had a nod. It was true. Let's just look first, he said. Let's get out the door and take a peek. Perverts! The grinding went on. Oh! Euphemism. There was no change. Owen nodded wearingly in agreement and took a deep breath. The door looked 1,000 miles away. The slow, excruciatingly, what the fuck? Excruciatingly? Yeah, fuck that big word, you punk ass bitch. We're exhausted. The whining, grinding continued. Randy was the first to stir. He shook Owen roughly by the shoulder until he opened his eyes. Yeah, shake him. Shake him like you do your dick. Okay, he said, his voice thick and fatigued. I'll push the door open. You take the door surged open a full foot with a deafening bang. They both shouted and ducked it as a huge black animal snared, brittling with viciously sharp fangs, thrust itself through the gap, and snapped at them, snarling madly. The men scrambled back, their pain forgotten for a moment. as a huge black dog tried to shoulder its way through the half-open door. Teeth bared and gnawing, spittle flying from its jaws. Oh, it's wet. Its shoulder rubbed against the doorpost and stopped it. Stopped at forward lunge, half in, half out. Oh, that's how babies are made. Of the shed and bared inches of Randy's face. Then the animal pulled back for a fraction, and it came back again, even harder. You sure we ain't talking about sex here? Did you give me an erotic thriller? This isn't an erotic thriller. Can you read the book? This is why we brought you here. You tied me up to read this book. This book's kind of good. I don't give a shit about your opinion. Read the goddamn book, monkey. Goddamn last time of the day. I could bitch. What's that? Nothing. Clammy cheeks. Oh, butt sex. See its tongue lolling and straining for him as forth. Lolling his asshole. Oh, the sexual tension. Better put some peanut butter on that. That's how you tame the beast. It won't chew your dick off. It'll be fine. And pushed himself into a standing position. Kick him! Yeah, kick the shit out of that dog. He shouted over, snarling and barking. What? Owen was still on his butt. Not 3 feet from the beast's snapping jaw. What? Kick him in the fucking face! Goddamn. Owen! I slammed the door. Owen blinked as it snapped at him again. He got it. Okay. Randy threw out a hand and spammed the 2-foot gap between the post and the door itself. One! He shouted. He had sudden visions of the animal leaping up and seizing his arm with his jaws. Oh shit! I didn't think about that. He ordered himself. 2! Owen braced himself and raised his bare foot. He took a breath. Bang! He punched out with both his feet as hard as he could when he drop kicked the goddamn thing. The bottom of his boots connected with the black dog's massive muzzle. And as he heard an audible crunch, the beast yelled in pain. But it shook it off and kept coming. Oh, it was like a dominatrix. That dog's kinky. In the animal's jaw, he kicked it again. This time the dog gave a high yelp as real pain reared back. Got him at that. Owen snarled, if only to himself. The instant the animal's muzzle cleared the opening, Randy hauled on the door with all his might. More strength than he thought he had, the force, it actually pulled him forward. And with one instant he found himself looking out the open yard in front of the boathouse and a Dutch colonial beyond. The dog was gone, disappeared, as if it had never been there. But there was a man standing next to the house, midway between the porch and the boathouse. He wore a heavyweight Peloton shirt. His hair was wild, knotted mess, with his beard matted and unkempt. He was standing next to a grinding wheel and still spinning at the lamplight, holding a huge axe. Oh! He wasn't looking at them. He wasn't paying any attention to the manly bark dog or the shouts of the shed. In fact, he was half turned away, bent over the wheel. Oh. Intent on sharpening his axe to a vicious point. He's presenting. Excellent. In a moment he saw him, the man twitched and looked at Randy. Just for an instant, less than a heartbeat, then went back to work. Randy. Glimpse came and went in a little blink of an eye. He didn't have time to see anymore or call out a word. The door slammed shut with a carnivorous bang. And they were alone in the bathhouse again. Alone, but nothing close to safe. It was the man's eyes that bothered Randy. There was a look in him, a frenzied glare, as he bent over the sparking, shining axe. It scared him more than any vicious dog. Oh.
Oh, we're halfway through. Oh, hurry up, Terry, and recap this horse shit before something else goes wrong. There's too much bullshit happening during this Christmas. It's horse shit. Terry? Terry! God damn it, get your old ass up! Dirty bastard.
Okay, so, chapter 6. The, the horny man and, the sower, they're both laying there just kind of having a bromance moment after they had a, they had a nice threesome with a horse. A horse made out of, seeds from a prize horse's scrotum. It left a mark. It was nasty. Oh, it really, all the horses, they laugh. They laugh at him. Anyways, they try to get up, and they hear a sound, a rumble, a buzzing, and all of a sudden, crabs! Oh, there were crabs, they were everywhere. It turns out this goddamn vaginal building had a venereal disease. It was strong, it was powerful, it overwhelmed them. It tied their shoelaces together. Oh, it was horrible. It tried to depants them. Not a good moment. Oh, anyways, they used the power of Mormonism or Scientology, I don't remember. And all the crabs, they married each other. And they died. They went back to hell where they belong. So, that fixed that. They may have some STDs, but they're still alive. And then they decide, oh, we're getting the hell out of here. One of them grabs a shaft. May or may not be the other ones. I'm not gonna say. Anyways, they grab the shaft. And all of a sudden, the prize horse cock statue falls and curves with the curvature of the earth, and it penetrates Sewing's side ribs, and it goes in them. The only difference is, unlike Mr. Hands, this guy survived so far being penetrated by a horse dick. Oh, and then the Randy Horny man reached in and grabbed that shaft and pulled it out. But he broke the tip in there, so he still got the tip. Who knows what it's doing in there? It's just kind of chilling. And he throws it to the side. And they decide, like, oh, we're going to get out of here. Okay, well, that's cool. So they both grab some wood that may not be theirs, and they rub it, and it helps them get up. And then when they get up, all of a sudden they hear the sound of a grinder. Or, no, it was a stone giant. It was rubbing its dick against the grinder, sharpening it, pleasuring itself. Foul demons indeed. Oh, God, it moaned. It squealed. Anyways, as it was pleasuring itself, the one looked out and saw it, and then they saw a dark, nasty-looking creature, like this monkey down here. It smelled. It had teeth. It's feral. It lunged at him. And the horny man, he used the power to Libius, and he whacked it. Luckily for them, the dog, was it a dog? Whatever that black creature was. It had a seafood allergy, so the Libius made it all bumpy and shit. It couldn't get in the door, it's too fat. And then the other guy, he used his powerful legs, and he gave it a kick and sent it right back to that rock creature where it belongs, still sharpening his dick. And they shut the doors, and they remained inside the Libius. Fishy, but safe. Oh, what an adventure they've been on so far. Such an erotic thriller. We only got 2 more chapters. I don't think I can handle much more of this. I'm getting all bricked up. I'm getting so bricked up I can make a wall. A big wall. Oh, goddamn. Oh, oh, oh.
Alrighty then, so you finally read the whole goddamn. What the fuck? Hey! Hey! I got a goddamn door. Why can't you use it? I pressed this shitty window. Explain yourself, goddammit.
Oh, you came to save me. Oh. Oh, okay, I see how it is. Well, fuck me then.
Oh, what the hell is it? Oh, I don't feel so good. Oh.
Oh, I've been penetrated. Oh, I'm feeling I'm feeling even more pricked up. It's coming. Oh. Take this, bitch.
What the fuck? Oh, I don't feel good again. Oh, god damn it. What the fuck? What the hell you goddamn it? Why is everybody in my goddamn house? You look familiar. What's some of this, cuh? The fuck you looking at down there, bitch? Eat some of these fists. You ain't gonna play around my hood like that, son. Bitch. Yeah, beat the shit out of him. That must be my hood self. Oh, god damn. You know what? I think I can work with you. Let's go do something funny.
What?
You heard that book, bitch? Show me how to read. I'm gonna cut you. The fuck you looking at? Ah, yes, I like this guy already. Read it, you goddamn monkey!
Oh, thanks for the help. You're all fucking useful. Hold the goddamn book still, you worthless piece of shit. Shut the hell up. Stop flying to hold the goddamn book. This is the horse shit. There's a man out there. Oh! Owen looked at Randy and tried to push the pain away. One more time. What are you talking about? Outside, by the house, there's a man there. Must be the owner. His name is Lutz. How the hell do you know that? He's sharpening an axe. The experience with the dog has stolen most of his energy reserves for both of them. Randy sank to the ground across from Owen, with a whirling and grinding outside went on and on. Oh, the grinding, what a player! Strumping out rope out there, boys. How long can it take to sharpen one fucking axe? Oh, God. Randy asked himself. 5 minutes. 10. He's been out there for half an hour. God damn it! What the hell's wrong with him? Randy peered out at the superpolating burn on his leg. It hurt so much, the intensity literally soared off the scale. His nerves endings were fried. Everything from his left thigh down was a vast, burning, throbbing ache. He heard this could happen. He remembered. You go numb before you lose the leg. He pushed the thought away. There was no point, and leaned forward to take a careful look at the wound in Owen's side. It was worse than ever. That was obvious at a glance. The infected area seemed to double in size, just like breast implants. Bright red streaks stretched out from in all directions. like the fast growing roots of an evil tree. Oh, burn it with fire. That's bad. Randy thought he watched with alarm as Owen's head fell back and his eyes rolled behind his sockets. Oh boy! Stick a light bulb in, it might light up. Right in the butthole. Wait a minute. Wrong sockets. Randy reached out and slapped him lightly on the cheeks. The butt cheeks, nonetheless. Not in the book. Where was I? With one gloved hand, he challenged him to a duel. What a badass. I didn't know he had a gun. Where was he? Wake up, Owen. Come on, man. Don't pass out on me now. Owen gasped, and his eyes flew open. Randy could see it took a long time, too long, to realize where he was or what was happening. Owen smacked his dirty lips. What the fuck? Jesus! He said, isn't he done yet? As if on cue, the shrill sounds of steel against stone stopped, and a whirling buzz and spinning wheel begun to slow and fade. He finished. Randy said. He turned back to the door. This is our chance. He leaned forward and cracked the edge of the door open, this time carefully to hold on to in case the dog or anything else attacked from the shadows. The man with the axe was standing next to the grinder, running his thumbs carefully across one of the glimmering edges. Could slice a butt cheek right on that one. On the tool, a large black dog sat at his feet. Tail ragged, staring lovingly up at his owner. It panted heavily. Its short, breaths blossoming into clouds of freezing air. Now Randy watched the grinding wheel slow to a stop and fell silent. The man would surely be able to hear it now. He had to. No! Randy said in chorus. The two men made as much noise as they could, screaming, shouting, pounding the walls at the boathouse. Anything to attract his attention. Help! Was the best Owen could do. He could feel the last of his energy leaking away from his blood and pus of his wounding side. Oh boy. He started to slip into unconsciousness again, but forced himself back and shouted again, help! Please! Randy screamed. Help us! We're in the boathouse! Right here! Right here! We need your help! He bellowed at the top of his lungs until his air came out. Then he waited for the grinder to respond. What, are they on that gay app? Well, they are trying to get a man, I guess. So. The man with the axe never looked up. He just stared lovingly as viciously looking double-edged blade. Oh, it's gonna make love to it. It's gonna slit his pee-pee open and make two dicks. Yeah, you could jerk off with both hands. Double the pleasure. That's a good idea. Anyways, good. As it quirked its head over to the boathouse, curious and confused, Randy rattled and banged the door and shouted again as the dog began to bark even more loudly than it had before. It sounded like it wanted to kill them both, was eager to kill them. Good boy, Randy said under his breath, pausing to gather himself. But the owner didn't care. He just heft the axe and rested it in the crook of his arms and turned and walked away towards the house as he gently inserted the axe blade in between his butt cheeks and he did a twerking motion. That isn't in the book, goddammit! How do you know you can't read, bitch? Randy hollered again and again until his throat was raw. You ain't the only one, bitch. But even with the dog barking grew louder and stronger, the owner continued to walk away, paying no attention to his pets or Randy, shouted pleas for help as he reacted to the four corners of the house. A man independent and whistled loudly without turning his back. The call gruffly, Henry, come here. Oh, they're gonna make dog babies. The dog immediately stopped barking, turned and lopped off after its owner. A few seconds later, the two of them disappeared around the far edge of the house and were gone. Randy found himself on his knees, gasping for air. He still could see. He was still sitting staring out at the cold night when Owen groaned and opened his eyes again. Did it work? Owen's voice was feeble and thin as paper. Is help on the way? At first, Randy didn't answer. He was too stunned, too shocked. Finally, he shook his head and sighed. No. He finally said so softly he wasn't even sure Owen heard him. Not at first, but cleared his throat and said, he went back into the house. I'm a punk-ass bitch. Not in the book. Okay, he said. We can do this. The van isn't that far away. Just a rest for a few seconds, and then we had to get started. Owen wanted to be strong, but he was terrified at how weak he had become. Weak from the penetration. Not in the book. His shoulders slumped, and he had to fight not to break into tears. What the hell's wrong with me, he asked himself. I'm not a blabberer, no matter how tough things get. He tried yet again to gather his thoughts and pull himself together, but God! Was it so hard? Oh, god damn, he does have an erection. Wait, which one of them has an erection? Is it Owen? Or is it Randy? Is Randy? Oh, I hope Owen uses Randy's dick to get up. Well, that's a sentence I never thought I'd say. Are you fucking serious? The hell's wrong with you? Shut up. Okay, you gotta read the goddamn book? Owen wanted to be strong, but he's terrified. How we gonna... Oh, I read that. Randy, he finally mumbled out. I don't think I can do this. I want to go, but I'm not sure if I can even stand up. Randy stared at Owen for a long beat. Was he pleasuring himself? What the fuck? Whatever. His friend's face was beach red and literally pouring sweat. He was obviously burning up. It's a bloody miracle he was still conscious at all. He thought. But he also realized that there was no way he could carry Owen out here with at least some kind of help. However feeble, he was weak himself. Weak for men. No, not in the book. And his legs would never take the stress. Owen, he asked, do you ever go to church? Owen gaped at him and swallowed. Euphemisms. No, he said. Not since Mom died. You know that. Swore I wouldn't. Well, do you at least know the Lord's Prayer? Well, yeah, I learned it in the Bible school when I was 6. Everybody did, even my Jewish friends. Jonathan, oh, very Jewish, knows the damn Lord's Prayer. But then here's what we're going to do. Randy started cutting him off. Oh, or at least he ain't jerking him off. I'm going to help you stand up, and you and I are going to recite the Lord's Prayer and walk out here. Owen shook his head, utterly confused. What difference, Will? No more questions, Randy said. No more delays. Come on. Randy bent over at his waist, ignoring the excruciating pain of his leg, and slipped his hand under Owen's right armpit. Somehow they were more grit than planned. He got Owen all the way to his feet, leaning halfway on the wall and halfway in Owen himself. Finally, after a couple of hard bumps, they are having sex. Probably shouldn't say that prayer now. He told himself and quickly straightened the clutch of his crucifix tightly in one hand, jerking off in the other. Not in the book. Clenched at Owen's coat, and the other he pulled them off the wall. First, we have to go across the lawn to the gravel path. then up the path to the driveway, and then along the driveway to the curb, and beyond that, the van, just a short distance further. It'll never happen, he said to himself, as he hobbled and staggered, dragging Owen's blocking and blinding pain to his leg. But it has to. Our Father, which art thou in heaven, hallowed in the name, he said. Huck could feel Owen's knees beginning to buckle. He hauled him upright. All of his might. Come on, Owen, say the words. He started over. Our Father, which art thou in heaven, hallowed by thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Much to his surprise, Owen's eyes fluttered open. He took a huge breath, as if he was underwater, and his chest swelled. Attaboy, Randy said, feeling as if he was about to falter himself. You got it now. They said the next line together as they were stumped across the grass to the gravel path. Give us this day our daily bread, and forget our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Second Amendment. Where was I? Randy said to himself, ashamed of cursing on the inside of his Ah! I hope that bites you in the ass. Along with a really, God damn it! I remember being a little bit uphill when it came in. Oh, the landscape is changing. The ground is gaining an erection. Maybe the house has a dick. Well, it does because it came into the river. Maybe the dick is rising. It's making the ground come up. The made it. The made it to the side of the house. Don't you mean they? The made it. The made it to the other side of the house. Correct your goddamn book. Where's the why? Why? Randy crashed the clapboards, scrabbled it for support, even though he was actually terrified of even touching it. Touch it, baby. Rub it. After all that happened, he was fully aware that he had no choice. He coughed from deep in his lungs. The air was so cold, it racked across his throat. More than halfway there, buddy, he said. I can almost see the van. It was a lie. A darkness had closed in around him entirely. He couldn't even see the end of the driveway. But you can have hope, he told himself. You have to. He dragged at the younger man. Maybe this isn't a right thrower. Where was I? And almost shoved him down the drive. Oh, god damn. He's about to get in there. About to get into that parking spot with his van. Come on, man, he said, still coughing and grasping for air. His legs were burning like acid. He could feel the infection rising, grasping at his thighs. Oh, his groin! Ah! Oh, he is getting an erection. An unholy erection. For thy is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. They were almost there, at the end of the drive, at the dip into the street, and now they could literally see the van, squatting against the curb just a few more yards. Then Owen's leg gave out. He fell to his knees. The asphalt, in the middle of the night, bound darkness, darkened street. No, Randy said. No fucking way. God damn, Randy. Get up and do it. One last line again, Owen. He hauled on to the icy, wet, blood-soaked coat of his partner and forced him to his feet. To hell with the leg, he said. To hell with the pain. I don't care. We're getting out. We're getting the fuck out of here. Oh boy. We're getting the fuck out of here. Man. Maybe you need to recite that a couple more times. Last line, he said, and half dragged, half carried Owen to the Denver company van. Forever and ever. They sat together. And one last time. Forever and ever. They hit the back of the van with a metallic ring. Bang! And Randy almost burst into tears. Wasn't even locked. They hadn't even bothered Not that they had to get inside and go, amen. He said, his cheeks so tight against the metal of the van. Oh, his butt cheeks. I hope they don't get stuck to him. Chapter 9. Randy eased back against the flux leather driver's seat and let the warm air of the van heater flow over him. We made it, he told himself. We actually go out there. The seat next to him was tilted back as far as it could be so that Owen could at least stretch out. He had passed out completely, even before the sliding door of the van clunked to a close. Randy breathed and breathed again. The pain in his leg was deeper and more devastating than ever. Real penetration. It had become a part of him, somehow a steady rage and agony that he could escape, but the continuous roar of it made him somewhat easier to cope with, at least for a while longer. It was just so warm, so nice. After all the fear. So, Randy jumped as if he had been touched by a live wire. I passed out myself. He realized, with mounting horror, if I do that again, I'd not wake up. It would be the worst irony of all to escape from the nightmare 112 Ocean Avenue, only to die in the damn van on the way to the hospital. Oh, irony, my favorite. To shove the car into gear. Thank God. He couldn't possibly handle the clutch with the throbbing mess his leg had become. The engine gave him an unusual ticking purr, and he pulled away from the curb, still thinking hospital. Which one? Where? He didn't know Amityville that well. Back in Hicksville, he'd go straight to St. Francis. Go straight to a man, okay. Or even into the city. But that was almost an hour from here. There had to be something closer. Hadn't they some kind of hospital or medical center on the way? He scarcely noticed it, but he was sure there had been something somewhere along Maverick, but where? The van hit a pothole and jolted roughly. He heard Owen groan in a bolt of sheer agony, shot up from the rotting leg, and gasped in surprise and pain. Shit! And shit indeed. Just going, he ordered himself, fighting off the pain and shock, and less assessed, he shot them! What the fuck? Oh, he screamed at the top of his lungs. It made Randy jump again, then yelp at the pain that caused him to turn into the seat as he drove. Look at his friend. Owen was still stretched. Oh boy, he stretched. Stretched out of his arms, reared up, reaching at something, grasping for something. He killed them all! Murdered them! I remember now. Look out! Suddenly, he was pointing at the windshield. It took Randy a precise moment to realize that he was trying to tell him. He had turned, shouting himself, to look where he was going. A line of Christmas carols! Run them over! Plow them people! Plow them good. All dressed up in white. Clan members! Lincoln jammed it down on the brake pedal. The tires of the van squealed like a living thing, and the entire vehicle lurked wildly into the right. Shit! He cried out, shit! He was vaguely aware Owen was bracing himself against the sudden movement as he tore at the wheel, skidding at the frozen road, the engine roaring in complaint. An instant later, the flat noise of the van punched into a muddy, soft shoulder and slammed to stop less than a foot from the line of the singers. The cowards didn't seem to notice at all. Okay. As he watched dumbly as the cowards reached the other side of the road and prepared to continue their way. He reached over Owen and groped blindly at... Was he groping his dick? Oh, happy ending after all. Craig cried out again in pain rather than fear. A sound sent a new chill down Randy's spine. He turned over to his seat to face Owen, and his heart sank. The bright red infection was even showing his face now. Trails of it were reaching up from his collar and a scarlet spider web along his neck and jaw. His eyes were flicked and red. The sunken areas below were sickly black and yellow, as was glycerine and slick with fever sweat. Randy took a moment in the stalled van to grope the gloves. Grope! Oh, God! That's what happens in white vans, kids. Don't go in them. Where was I? What little hope had faded completely. A stretch, like rotting meat, filled the van. He had to hold his breath to keep from gagging. It was appallingly clear. The infection area had grown to at least 3 times the original size. Oh, like an erection. It was pulsing like a living thing, just like a dick. The wind was flaming red, and the heat from it radiated like something ferocious. That Randy could feel it on the outstretch of his hand. Oh, that's kind of like my dick. It just brims of heat. It's like when the sun comes up. That house. There was a family there. A boy killed his family, remember? He heard voices. He killed them. Randy did remember. It had been a big story not so long. Some Italian name. A kid with no criminal record, no drugs, history, nothing. Got up one night and killed his parents and siblings with the family rifle. Then he waited patiently for the cops and told them voices made him do it. Voices! 24 hours ago, Randy would have joked about that. Owen would never have brought it up, but now that he had no doubt it was true. Every word he thought. That poor kid. Owen's eyes closed again as he slipped back into unconsciousness. Of course, he woke up to talk about boys and then he passed out again. He's a priest in the making. And, to his surprise, he found a nun dressed in all white. Oh, God! Standing on the pavement, staring solemnly through the window at both of them. Randy opened his mouth to speak to her. With the lantern in her hand suddenly flared brightly, she smiled and nodded to Randy and lifted her hand to make a sign of the cross just outside the window, where Owen head rested. Then, without a word, she walked back and again took her place at the end of the line. The Calvers. What the fuck? Good job, nun. How much did she help? None! Got him. I released an invisible cloud of foul-smelling gas. Oh. The lips of the wound actually parted and revealed an awful secret. Randy's eyes widened as the sight of the tip of the boat hook, that shard of shivering metal, still piercing Owen's side, buried more than an inch deep. Oh! He couldn't stand it anymore. The blood was gummy pus, the stink of it more than he could bear. He pulled his head back, slowly retracting in spite of himself, feeling as if he could somehow desecrate the crucifix with the touching of the diseased flesh. Oh, just grab the tip and jerk it, boy. Stop being a pussy. But he lifted the crucifix clear. The tiny knife blade of metal came with it, stuck to the cross, as by the blood of the anchor he was trying to avoid. Randy grasped at the sheer horror of it as he pulled it from his partner's body. At the same instant, Owen stopped groaning, overcame with revulsion. Randy dropped the crucifix and a piece of metal into a rag he had used to mop Randy's brow. He scrubbed the metal from at least 30 seconds, then carefully opened the cloth. The crucifix was fine. It glistened sincerely in the light of the passing lanterns, almost glowing again. The grimy skin of his palm, and he shared the metal no longer. Then a fragment pulsed with a light of its own, a dark, evil scarlet that made Randy want to scream. He stared down in disbelief at the small piece of metal. Could this really be the cause of what Owen's going through? Could this really be what's killing him? Well, yeah, it is. It penetrated him. God damn. Without another thought, he picked the rag and snapped it out the open window. The tip of the hook went flying into the short, ungraceful arc and clung into the pavement of Maverick's Road. Oh, God, it's gonna get stuck in a tire and possess a car. Oh, the inhumanity. But just as he was about to accelerate away from the curb, Owen spoke from the passenger seat. Randy. The sound of his voice actually startled Randy. He turned to face Elise, choking back. Wanted to say, I thought you were dead. He was astonished. Owen looked better, but not healed by any means. But the fingers of the infection of his neck and chin had faded, and the wounds looked smaller somehow, less angry. Owen's eyes flickered open, and there was light, sanity in him again. He focused on Randy for the first time since they had made it back to the van. Hey, he mumbled, licking his cracked lips. Oh, he's in the crack pipe, I knew it. That drug fiend. Hey, if I can, I think I want to go to the Christmas Mass with you. I hope they ain't possessed by the evil spirits and have a gun. That'd be bad. Randy just had to fight back tears. You'll be welcomed, Owen. And don't worry, you'll be there. The instant before he said it, Randy didn't believe himself. It was just an empty encouragement for a dying man. But the words came out. He knew it was true. Owen was going to live. End of the line, the curling nuns now slowly made it past the van. The last caroler, the nun who stood by the window next to Owen, beamed at Randy with a beat-fistic, what the fuck, smile, and then followed her sisters off down the road, still singing. They both heard the fading strains of Randy's favorite Christmas hymn one last song. Silent night, holy night, all is claimed and all is bright, round young virgin, mother and child, holy infant so tender and mild. What the fuck, is he a taco? What the hell? God damn. Sleep in heavenly place. Sleep in heavenly peace. Randy looked over and smiled at his friend. When he looked back, there was no sign of cowering nuns. Caroling. Not the one sidewalk. Not anywhere in the distance. They had disappeared. As if they were never there at all. Hang on, man, Randy said to his Owen. We'll be there real soon. He eased his right foot down the accelerator and gently eased the van away from the muddy curb and back onto the road. As they drove forward, Owen called to him again. Oh, Randy. Randy heard him for the next few seconds. He fought to keep his concentration to the road, squinting through the pane, searching for a sign. As he approached the next intersection, then eased to a stop, checking traffic, he saw a square blue road sign with a huge white M and an arrow pointing straight ahead. Relief floated over him. He closed his eyes and crossed himself. What the fuck? He had no idea what happened or how after all this he'd just been through. They had managed to make it here. But they felt he had to give thanks. Thank you, Lord, he whispered. And then moved loudly. He finally answered Owen. What is it, buddy? Owen's voice stronger now, with every syllable called warmingly to him. Merry Christmas, Randy. Randy smiled and drove on. Merry Christmas, Owen. He said, a very Merry Christmas. Wait, that's it? I thought this goddamn book in the fuck. Set me free! I don't want to be in this hell no more.
Oh, finally we made it to the end. The book is complete! Terry, my boy! Recap the last 2 chapters. You've been doing such a good job! Go on, dumb bitch!
Oh, okay, so they're driving. They're driving away from the house. And they start having some kind of bullshit ass moments. And as they're driving, Randy Randy almost ran some people over and he went in a ditch. And then this nun walked up to him. She showed him her titties. They were magical. They shined a light upon him. And it caused Randy. He turned around and looked at Zoe and he's like, I'm about to get in you, bitch. And he wrapped that crucifix around his hand and he stuck it right in him. And he grabbed the tip of a firm grip. And he yanked it right out of him. It was goddamn beautiful. He pulled it out so hard that it vibrated the whole vehicle. And they were able to merge back together and get a full erection as one man again. And for some reason, the nuns disappeared. Oh. And they just he drove away as a complete man again. As one. It's a great Christmas. What a great erotic thriller. The story of a man becoming two people. And seducing himself. Going through trouble. And becoming whole again. Did I get it? That was what the book was about, right? Where am I? Oh. Did I hit my head or something? Why the hell's there two of you? He didn't even get 1 point correct on the whole book I even read. Wasn't even listening. I read the book. Let me go. I don't want to be here anymore. You know what? You did read the book after all, so since it's goddamn Christmas, I'm sick of you guys being in my house. You know what? Maybe I will let you guys be free. That'll be perfectly fine. Let's get your goofy asses out here and I can enjoy my Christmas in peace. God damn it. Oh, well, that's good, because I just used the power of my ass to eat your chair and your robes away. Well, I guess I'll just see myself out then. I'm on my subtitle friend. Let's go out and frolic through the woods. Yeah, whatever. Okay, let me just hold on a minute. God damn it. I'm taking the floor with me, bitch. See you later. Oh, sweet. Now I got a goddamn piece of my floor missing thanks to that goddamn monkey. Oh. Well, at least the room seems more open now. Something seems different. Oh. What do you mean? What the fuck? Where's my TV? Hey! What's that hood version of me? Oh, you son of a bitch, you stole my TV! God damn it! Oh, I swear to God, that better be him at the door. I'm gonna goddamn beat his ass. Terry, get the bat. Well, who the hell opened my door? What the hell you want? I got enough goddamn problems as is. Oh, you have returned. Oh. Yeah, I was just walking around and I heard the Lord's Prayer, so I decided to come by, but I see it's just you guys. Again. Why must I suffer so? What? Look at that floor there. There's a hole. I feel my carpenter skills kicking in.
Okay. We ain't got anything to give you. Yeah, well. Oh. That broken chair there, can I have that? If I fix your floor? Yeah. You can have it. Yeah, sweet. I'll get right on it. You guys got anything else? Oh, God, no, shut up. Oh! Yeah, yeah. All right, the floor should be a lot better now. I'm just gonna take this remains of a chair and I'll be on my way. Uh, see ya. Uh, all right. Don't come back. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh, oh, how I have longed to have that heavenly smell of that sweet ape ass. Oh boy, I've never been happier. Maybe I'll sniff it again. That ass is fine. God damn. Oh, man, the quality really went down at the end, didn't it? Shut the hell up. Gotta get this shit out for Christmas, god damn it. Well, everybody have a happy Christmas. First fucking video about movie reviews is about book. Where'd you go? Terry? Fuck. Whatever. God damn it. Enjoy the holidays, I guess. Unless you watched this and had a stroke. Thanks for the views, god damn it.